Asuka, weighing in her 250 pounds, representing the Vision, Bron Breakker. The unpredictable badass, Bron Breakker. And if you need a tail on the tape on this matchup, Wade, I believe on Seth Rollins' side, he'd have experience. And that would be it. Bron Breakker on the other side. Strength, power, speed, stamina. Breakker hopes to slay Rollins tonight.
Yeah, Bron Breakker is potentially anybody in the locker room's worst nightmare. And Seth Rollins needs to be very careful not to be dragged into a war of attrition against this young, explosive, powerful superstar. Seth Rollins needs to use his brain here, turn this into a chess game, and try and outsmart Bron Breakker.
I think there's two key points to this matchup. First, Seth Rollins needs to end this early. I think a longer matchup goes in favor of Breakker. Number two, Seth Rollins.
Let's go, Seth. Let's go.
He's speared by Breakker. He's hit that spear on Rollins a half dozen times the past few weeks. And now a suicide dive by Rollins. And a lot of pent-up frustration with Rollins as it comes to Breakker.
Yeah, and this is exactly what we're talking about. Bron Breakker taking out Seth Rollins over 6 months ago, costing him numerous times in his career, costing him the World Heavyweight Championship.
Let's go, Seth.
With a vicious attack, and that is now exploding in the face of Bron Breakker.
Breakker now, and a suicide dive, driving Breakker into the announce table. Rollins like a ball of fire to start this matchup tonight against Breakker.
That's exactly how Seth needed to start, get the upper hand early and try and finish the job, as you mentioned.
You know, Seth Rollins putting on the Countdown Show in a very special interview that he's nearing 40 years old. He doesn't know how much time he has left at the top. He understands there's going to be many like Bron Breakker trying to take him down a notch. So this is such an important match for Rollins tonight.
Yeah, forget just 40 years old. That's 40 years. And he spent much of that, a significant chunk of it, at the very top, competing.
And Rollins now takes down Breakker, and you have to admire the official for letting things go in the early part of this matchup because there's been so much bad blood between these two. Remember, it was Rollins the night after WrestleMania last year. He formed division. He brought Bron Breakker in. He brought Bronson Reed in. And then in October of last year, Breakker turns on Rollins and excommunicates Rollins from the group that he formed. And Breakker picking Rollins out of the air.
Here we go.
Now, suplex way out to the floor.
Well, that's that young power of Breakker coming to the fore early on. Did not want to fall in line behind Seth Rollins. Saw Seth Rollins as somebody who was simply using Bron Breakker to keep himself at the top of the card, effectively using Breakker as a bodyguard to maintain his reign as the World Heavyweight Champion. And that simply did not work.
And how much things can change in a year. Last year, right here in Tampa, Florida, Breakker and Rollins were actually a tag team as they took on CM Punk and Sami Zayn in a matchup. Now they are bitter enemies. For Rollins, just his second match in the past 7 months. The last one was at WrestleMania, a classic against Gunther. Before Breakker great things up, and Breakker now with a takedown of Rollins, and now Breakker on offense.
This fierce levels of aggression from Breakker. I'm glad you raised the fact that this is Rollins' second match in 7 months. There is an element of ring rust and ring cardio that simply might not be there for someone like Seth Rollins. Doesn't matter how much you train, you never get to gain speed without being battle-hardened.
And let's not forget, Wade, that Seth Rollins, I should say, Bron Breakker missed some significant time too, with an injury.
You'll know full well that the younger you are, the quicker you bounce back from injuries. That is simple truth, especially with the amount of miles already on the body of Seth Rollins.
There's the card, and a kick out by Seth at 1. Bron Breakker likes to talk trash. He thinks very highly of himself. Interesting video of him in the gym this past week. Bench pressing 400 pounds and trash talking Seth Rollins as he did it.
Yeah, 4 and 5, 4 reps with ease on the bench press. That is just ludicrous.
And how quick was Bron there?
Yeah, and here's part of the thing. The early onslaught that came from Seth Rollins has just bounced off the mentality of Bron Breakker. He didn't start to doubt himself. He didn't start to wonder, can I really make it at this level against Seth? Just absorbed that damage and is now bouncing back and replying tenfold.
Tonight we knew that this man, Bron Breakker, was going to be a star, a future main event. Back in June of 2020, 6 years ago, Seth Rollins would go down to NXT, defend the World Championship, and retain it against Bron Breakker. He went to Shawn Michaels and said, listen, give me the best that NXT has. Shawn Michaels, the Hall of Famer, the Heartbreak Kid, said it's Bron Breakker.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Let's talk about Paul Heyman on the outside. Just squeeze on the throat of Seth Rollins causing some major damage. Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar has retired. He needs a new person to hook his teeth into a guaranteed future WrestleMania main eventer. You can barely pick better than Bron Breakker.
Rollins now delivers a chop to Bron. You know, Bron Breakker understands that he made this bed and he has to lie in it. He has no friends, nobody to help him out. And he talked a lot about the parallels with Breakker. Breakker did to Rollins, much like Rollins did to the Shield a decade earlier. And here's the cover by Breakker. And Rollins just did 2 kicks out.
Yeah, I like that comparison with what Seth did to the Shield. Let's face it, in the history of this industry, power is never kicked into anybody. It has to be taken in a hostile fashion. And they don't come much more hostile than Bron Breakker and his treatment of Seth for his new order.
Tonight the Rollins did a Shield. In many ways, Breakker's attack on Rollins last year did the same thing.
It did the same thing, but it can also be said that perhaps Breakker preempted an attack from Rollins. But levels don't change their spot. Rollins has form of doing that. Breakker just got the Rollins before, as Breakker sees it, Rollins inevitably attacked him.
And I asked Rollins about his strategy tonight. He said, listen, when my back is against the wall, I am my best version of myself. He said the problem with Breakker is he took his shot a couple of times, delivering spears, and he wasn't able to kill Rollins. And Seth says that's going to come back and fight Bron.
The tables seem to be turning in this match. The momentum slowly drifting towards Seth Rollins. Bron could be paying the price right before our eyes.
Rollins has said on a number of occasions, Bron is a future star, but he's just not ready.
Yeah, I don't agree with that at all. Bron Breakker was born ready. Oh my God!
And now quick takedown with a clothesline to Rollins. Breakker collapses into the cover, hook to the leg. Rollins has got to kick it to another near fall. Again, there's the quickness, the 23-mile-per-hour speed of Breakker.
Take a look at this human blood. This is one huge human being, 250 pounds, and it's right across the larynx of Seth freaking Rollins. And I take umbrage with Seth Rollins saying Bron Breakker is not yet ready. We're looking to guys at the top of the card. The young guys will never be ready. And this time, top stars slow the momentum of guys they are threatened by. And that could be the case with Rollins and Breakker.
And now he's driven by Bron, who is putting Rollins to the ringer. Remember, Rollins had the shoulder injury. He's had a history of knee injuries. Of course, he's got to be banged up internally after all the spears of the past 2 weeks. And those spear pressures will hurt the inside even more. Cut by Breakker. Is it out? And Rollins again kicks out in this ball.
It's clear from the word go that there is a lunatic streak inside of Bron Breakker. You call him a head case on occasion. I would say the biggest asset he has is Paul Heyman on the outside, guiding that lunatic streak, targeting it exclusively on his test right.
I suppose it's a happy really what he is, but nonetheless, to your point on Heyman, Rollins has warned Breakker, don't trust the man. Rollins knows that firsthand. Paul Heyman going to hook his wagon to the next stars he's done his entire career.
There's been a history of it, but the rewards of having Heyman on your side, albeit for a temporary amount of time, are just too great to turn down for many superstars. And Seth was in that same position not so long ago.
And Rollins now, he's actually fighting Breakker, creating anything he can to create some space.
Fatu the man against this guy.
Frankenstein! Cover! Rollins still in it, and that's the reason the man is a 6-time world champion.
Yeah, did not execute that Frankensteiner quite as crisply as he wanted, and that could have been the difference of how Seth was able to kick out there. Enough damage caused, however, to keep the Architect down for now.
You talk about, hey, there you see the Oracle. Words of wisdom being directed the way of Bron Breakker.
Shout out Vinny. Shout out AJ Vaughn. Shout out Kick It with Ross. Shout out Santi. And shout out Common 167.
Sold out in Tampa. Bron Breakker has been dominating much of this match, but has not been able to put the better Rollins away. Dumps him out to the floor.
Those rips of Seth Rollins, the rip will take it so much abuse, as you mentioned, the spear after spear over the past several weeks, and Ron's got that look in his eye, and this rarely ends well for his opponent.
7-minute turnaround because Bron Breakker, breakneck speed, and Rollins catches him with a super kick. I believe Breakker was going for a spear, and Rollins met him there.
What an absolute bullseye from Seth freaking Rollins, and a moving target. Both men laid out, and the count is climbing, Cole.
And now the official counting with Ernest. A count of 5. 10 count, we'll have a double count out. Count of 6 now. At 7, Rollins and Breakker trying to stir. Count of 8. A count of 9. Breakker and Rollins barely beat the count. So close.
Rollins was on 9.9 there, living dangerously, taking the toll that has been taken on Seth's body so far. But this may well now turn into a dogfight. For me, that has to benefit Breakker.
I mentioned earlier, the longer this match goes, Bron Breakker could start to take control. Put on clotheslines by Rollins, just wearing down Breakker.
Rollins just had that durability, that heart and drive that has served him so well through his career.
Has to duck underneath that. Now get throws around Bron Breakker. Rollins into the cup, put it away. Near fall for Seth.
Yeah, that was a
Breakker's in position. Seth with a kick to the face. Cover. Put it away. And a kick out. Well, I think the only thing that saved Breakker there. Rollins is going for the stomp. And Breakker just moved himself out of position. Rollins had to switch things and turn it into a kick.
Take another look at this. Essentially a knee to the temple with what we can only assume was meant to be a stomp. But it shows you the issue of Bron Breakker. How ashamed he is. He simply got too fast. So the set to pull off that stomp.
Fatu out electric tonight. Rollins, grin on his face, believes he may have Breakker where he wants it.
Those deep waters that Seth is only too well versed in, but Bron, on the other hand, maybe has not been this deep so far in his career. New territory for the young man.
Rollins had Breakker in position for the stop because Chris Paul Heyman goodbye. Went for the stop, Breakker caught it.
Don't gloat until it's over, Seth.
They'll let Heyman get to him a bit and allow Bron Breakker to counter. Look at the power of Breakker! Military press into a knees to the gut. Softening him up. The spear. And Rollins intercepted it with a knee.
Why do I think Danhousen partner is going to be Joey Roll? I just see it being him for some reason. But I'll be more surprised if it's who I think it is, besides him.
Full well, Bron Breakker senses that and has a major upper hand now.
You know, we have one match in 7 months, your stamina's not there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's not helped anything by the fact that Bron Breakker has defeated the living daylights out of Seth Rollins from the word go.
Hey, Rollins wanted this fight. Wanted retribution, wanted revenge. Wanted to show Breakker he was wrong when he dismantled and was Rollins did. Rollins over to turn things around. He's got Breakker in public. One trying to hang on. No. Seth Rollins. With a buckle bomb. what a clothesline! The explosiveness of Bron Breakker.
Just a home run slug to the throat. Take another look at this. Buckle Bron to Breakker. The move that's damaged so many superstars, but immediately a desperation response perhaps from Breakker at exactly the right time.
We're ready to kick off Backlash. Live on ESPN2 in the States, Netflix internationally, over 15,000 WWE fans. Are we witnessing the rise of Breakker? Or will Seth Rollins continue to stay on top?
Seth Rollins looks like a broken man on the outside. Roll to the outside to try breathing room, but now in hot pursuit.
Breakker's not even breathing hard, Wade.
Laser focused. Maximum damage.
Bouncing Seth off our announce table.
You were aware of the count. Oh, God, Seth.
No. We've seen Breakker do this before. Bron Breakker, he has calling card. That jumping clothesline onto the table, wiping out Rollins.
Putting his own body on the line in a hellacious landing. Seth Rollins taking even worse of it. Both men flat out as the count is now climbing.
Wait, is this match as physical as you thought it would be?
Perhaps even more so. It should have been over by now, and it may be over in a matter of seconds. We're up to 4 goal.
I don't know how Bron Breakker does it. Launches his body through the air like that. Locks it out of his opponent on the announce table. The official now at a count of 7. Breakker trying to drag Rollins back into the ring and done.
The Breakker's here to make a statement. Does not want to win by counter. It could have been over right there. How Breakker wanted it to be.
And now Bron Breakker going to climb up top. Looking to go to the top rope. Seth Rollins though. Going to meet him there. Breakker's a cat. Rollins with a superplex. Oh, Breakker! What a cover for the win! Rollins is still in it. Holy hell! Rollins usually goes to the fucking hell there. What a cover by Breakker.
There's the superplex. We've seen it a million times, but now Bron Breakker is just built different to any other superstar that Seth has been in there with before. And both men living dangerously, but again, it could have been over in a blink of an eye there for Seth Rollins.
15,000 plus trying to rally. Seth Rollins here in Tampa singing his song. The official checking on Rollins there.
Fortunately, it might take more than a song to save Seth Rollins from this predicament.
And Bron just now stalking and having his way with Rollins. How many times have we seen Seth turn that superplex into a Falcon Arrow, and Breakker this time was able to count?
Well, Breakker just has the physical answers that perhaps nobody else in the locker room does have. Just freak levels of power and explosivity, and we'll get a little dose of it right here, perhaps.
Rollins, though, trying to keep the fight. A couple of shots to the ribs.
Well, we go full well. Seth Rollins has that fighting spirit, that drive that is unmatched, and now raking the back of Breakker. Old school tactic, but highly effective there. Created some separation, but not for them.
I don't know what the hell happened, but my computer was doing some weird shit. But I fixed it. It never reconnected to my live though, which is a good thing. Then I had to start all over.
What a ferocious matchup, and Bron Breakker's physicality in the end.
I was like, the hell is going on?
This is when Logan and Theory had just been taken out by Seth, and they inserted themselves in the match. Was this almost short spear from a groggy Breakker, catching Rollins by surprise, almost getting the win. Well, he goes for take 2. But Rollins, so smart, so reactive, catching Breakker with a pedigree for a second time in the matchup. But then this leaping Rollins caught by an explosive from the ground spear, and this just popped things away for good. No way back after this one. A super turbo speed there. Spear right to the gut of Seth freaking Rollins. And you said it, Cole, the biggest win of Breaker's career. You have arrived at the very top, Ron Breaker.
And Seth Rollins for the lost knees. He said he wasn't expecting it. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next here on ESPN2, Britt Williams, the United States champion, in a WrestleMania rematch against Sami Zayn. Trick and Sami coming up next. Well, here's a look at the new Invincible versus thrown down in the most brutal and visceral 3-on-3 tag fighting action in the universe. Invincible versus is out now on Xbox Series consoles, PlayStation 5, and PC.
You'll never take this play.
Your little fireworks won't stop one filter muscle.
Oh, hey, Mark's dad.
You're making this too easy. Yes.
Like that was weird that my computer did that shit. Like it was saying I was lagging, but my stream is fine. My computer just be doing shit. Just be doing random shit. Wait, what the hell? That happened when I was streaming what's the name? Wrestling Revolver. VDE is on show. Knuckle and let me continue where I was at because I thought I had to start the whole stream over. Knuckle and let me reconnect the live where I was at. I thought I had to start all over again. Because that would have been worse. Knuckle and let me stay where I was at instead of making me like start it all over. Because I was like, what the hell is happening? I just doing random shit. Like, what the hell? Yeah, Backlash is on commercial in case y'all wondering why this music's still playing.
you'll be part of something bigger. And more than that, passionate fans that really want to reward with dedication and loyalty. This is your destination. This is Club WWE. Become the ultimate insider. With Club WWE, you'll experience live shows like never before. Members get an exclusive 24-hour pre-sale window, but that is just the beginning. Now you get the full experience of Club WWE Gold membership at the best live events in the world. With dedicated entrances, members-only lounges, with superstars dropping by, and parties, events, and ways to earn reward points on site. Also, keep an eye out for flash discounts only in Club WWE.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the United States Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Montreal to Canada, weighing in for 212 pounds, Sami Zayn. Sami has the phrase "rise or die" written on his knee pad, of course. Him on is the wrong background. Panther stuck with Sami Zayn through thick and thin. The problem is, many believe many of those fans have moved on. He's a grizzled and bitter, angry veteran running out of time to accomplish the one goal that is eluded, a world championship, and many think that pressure is finally getting to Zayn.
Yeah, I think that's a really hard statement. Sami Zayn has dedicated his body, his soul to this industry for the last 20+ years. Main evented WrestleMania, an incredible legacy of achievement here. In the past few months, Quick Williams has come along and apparently allowed management, the audience, the locker room to turn Sami Zayn into a punchline. And I understand Sami's frustration.
Yeah, Kathy Kelly's backstage with the champ. Let's check on it.
Yeah, guys, I am here with United States champion Trick Williams and Lil Yachty. I spoke to Sami Zayn earlier, and he said that he is feeling great. What is your response?
Sami's feeling great.
Quit
Quit
lying.
What's going on? It's Phil here, and welcome You've
to
been
the
lying
official
for
WWE
weeks.
Backlash.
Saying you the one with all the experience. You the veteran. Sami, quit lying. Since you met me, I've been running this. I'm the puppet master. I'm the bitch in the game. It's Trick Williams' work. And tonight all the games is over. And you gonna see it.
I like it. That's Trick now. Woo! So chances are it could be something at my WrestleMania 44 location. That's another rumor that people are saying that it is, but I'm thinking it's still more WWE clubs.
What?
I think it's
What?
WWE club.
I lied.
I think John
Yeah.
is basically going to be telling us what WWE club is,
Yeah.
how we can all sign up for it, what WWE club is ultimately
What?
going to be, how much it's ultimately
Yeah. I like it.
have us, like, how much we're going to have to pay for it if you want to be a part of it. Like, I mean, I just think it's WWE club. It's the Mel and Trick, dude. Oh, yeah. I did Trick and Mel at SummerSlam this year. Booker should be a part of the main roster commentary.
It was last night at the Timber Event Studios. Lil Yachty and
Damn. Chicken Yelly together look too perfect. It's a lot better received than I originally thought it would be.
Trick Williams, what an important matchup tonight. He beat Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. And in this WrestleMania rematch, Trick Williams can prove to the world that what happened in Las Vegas last month was not a fluke.
So here we go. Let's just Sami Zayn has become completely erupted and frazzled since the arrival of Trick Williams completely under the former champ's skin.
The official that have her hands full in this matchup, Japanese Fatu. This is for the United States Championship.
Sami fighting, yes, they are.
Win the United States title. A third time in his
Why do I got a feeling that Kevin Owens is going to show up any second?
I love WWE. I'm absolutely rich.
But I just got a feeling that he is.
The only place you can spend dollar bills, Michael Cole, you fill in the blanks.
Sami Zayn now backing Williams into the corner. And Sami Zayn looking to be aggressive in this match tonight. What does Sami need to do, Wade, to win the United States Championship?
Sami needs to be really careful. Obviously, he wants to win the United States Championship. He's also said he wants to humiliate Trick Williams the way Trick has humiliated him over the past several months. But you've got to stay in control. Don't get ragged. Don't get yourself disqualified. And make sure you can stay in control of your emotions.
Leaping clothesline by Trick Williams, much like we saw in the previous match, Wade. Veteran versus relative newcomer. Sami Zayn looking to use his experience against Trick Williams tonight.
Trick Williams clearly has superior power, athleticism, and has the power of this audience firmly behind him.
Trick has had some success here in Tampa, Florida. Last year, he won the TNA World Championship at NXT Battleground in this city.
We was built from the ground up right here in this state of Florida. Over the road in Orlando.
Infectious charisma from Trick Williams.
I'll tell you right now, he's got the industry excited in ways I've not seen in a long time. Just put Trick Williams under the spotlight and it will work.
And again, that pisses somebody like Sami Zayn off.
For sure, well, Trick Williams has so much charisma and talent. He's got a rocket ship to the very top, whereas Sami Zayn had to grind it out for years the hard way. Fighting for every inch that he's got in this industry.
But again, getting back to Sami Zayn, it's about evolving. It's about the evolution of this industry. Changing things up, change the way you do things. And Sami Zayn's been very stubborn to change the way he does things.
I agree with you to an extent, but recently we've seen fractures, let's say, in his personality. He started saying, okay, fans don't want me anymore, no problem.
Just like this here. Trying to use the steel steps, but again, Sami's got to be careful he's not disqualified. Trick Williams has the chance advantage in this match.
I think you really understand why Sami's so frustrated. We've got Lil Yachty on the outside swinging that candy cane kendo stick around. That's a major distraction. Why should Sami Zayn not be upset about it?
Sami now. Alex Williams hammering away on the champion. Again, you hear the WWE fans getting on for Sami, and Sami just can't quite understand why.
I mean, what has Sami done wrong over the past several months? Go back 6 months, everybody loved him. Everyone was cheering on to finally become the world champion.
Well, listen, I've always been a fan of Sami's, but he has been acting a bit of a jerk lately.
I'm not so sure he has. I think he's been the victim of a lot of games of fun at his expense from Trick Williams. Not least, of course, the gingerbread man that was brought along simply to mock Zayn. I think that will get anyone to the end of their table.
Oh! Inconsiderate for Sami Zayn. Interesting. Cover. With the championship and a kick out by Trick. Another couple by Sami. Wrap the arm this time. Hook the leg. This time he's going to put his whole body weight on Trick. He's got to kick out.
And Trick simply cannot match.
And review
Sami sucks. Yes. This is a man who's dedicated his life to this industry, entertained these fans, these WWE fans, for over 10 years, and some of the best matches we've seen. Now their loyalty has completely shifted to the hot new star, the latest fashionable thing, Trick Williams, for all his talent. I feel bad for Zayn.
A lot of things for Sami Zayn changed the night that he. Oh wow!
Right, we got a massive.
Rick Williams. A lot of things changed for Sami Zayn the night that he beat Carmelo Hayes. Another young up-and-comer who's the United States champion. Fans didn't take too kindly to that as he took another look at the athleticism of Trick Williams.
Well, as much as I've taken a shot at these fans for jumping onto Trick Williams, he is a very, very easy superstar to like, and that's just one glimpse of exactly why. Tweak athleticism, especially for such a massive frame.
Trick caught him. That spin kick. Now big power slam to Zayn. Takes his time. Really is developed in the ring. He's got all the talent in the world.
I was looking points too.
Oh, takedown by Sami. Oh, and a big kick to the face by Trick.
A little too cocky in there with someone like Sami Zayn, who's as resilient as they come, and he needs it all here because Trick has the wind in his sails.
Williams measuring his man, went for a trick kick, and Sami Zayn able to turn it around, went for the one thunder bomb, countered by Williams. And Williams with a bookend, slams Sami Zayn. And a kick out by Sami.
Oh, and Sami's head bounced off the mat hard there. Take another look at some of this action, this big Uranagi bookend style. Almost wiping out Sami Zayn, but there's that toughness of Zayn that has been his signature over the past 20 years.
And Trick Williams with that bookend, paying homage to a man who's been in his corner since the very beginning. The great Hall of Famer, voice of NXT, Booker T. Now Williams and Sami up on the top right.
Both men sucking on oxygen here. The bodies are starting to give out. How deep can you dig it?
It's all about the prestigious United States Championship. Sami looking to get the upper hand, beating Trick Williams down.
Sami's going to exhaust Trick Williams at this point, thinking he can simply outlast the United States champion.
The crowd's getting in his head. He's got to be careful. Sunset flip power bomb by Zayn. Cover to regain the championship, and a kick out at two.
I'll tell you right now, once the crowd are in your head, the only thing you can do to shut them up is to win gold. Hold it high above your head. Zayn knows that and needs to stay focused. Ignore Yeti, ignore the crowd. Focus on taking that Trick.
Trick is trying to rally the crowd, and he gets booze instead. How many ride or dies here tonight? Sami looking for an Aluma kick. Williams catches him with a boot to the face.
That was a desperate move from Trick.
Back to that cyclone kick. Sami Zayn. Blue Thunderbomb. Cover for the championship. Another near fall by Zayn.
Well, Sami Zayn starting to show Trick Williams that there are indeed levels to this. Everything you throw at me, I'll bomb and lead, duck and move, and come back with moves like that blue Thunderbomb. And you feel that spirit starting to ebb away from Trick Williams. How pretty can you get, Trick? You're going to need it here.
It has been inspiring to watch the maturation process of Trick Williams over the past few years.
A fast learner, fast developer, as tough as they come.
Sami springboard leapfrog. Oh, they've injured his knee. Came down hard on his knee, tweaks his knee, forces the official to back the champ in the corner.
Non-contact injury in this game is never something you want to see in this. Sami's extremely agony.
The official didn't want to get a doctor over here. Williams, Trick Williams, look at Sami's head though. Roll up, pissing it up, and Trick kicks out.
Sami playing a little possum perhaps. That is a veteran move from Zayn, and why not?
Yachty now on the apron. Sami with a countdown stick to Trick. Yachty arguing with the official backfire. Sami Zayn into the cover. Not this way. No, kick out.
Well, it would have been poetic justice if that had backfired on Yachty. And Trick had gone down for the count on that one. Especially after the treatment of last night on SmackDown and the so-called gingerbread man funeral.
I understand what Yachty was trying to do there.
With an experienced footballer, Yachty, the wrong time to jump off, the wrong time to take the referee's attention, the wrong time to leave that kendo stick lying around.
Yachty understands that he may have cost Trick Williams this matchup. There's Trick's in deep trouble.
Trick is not getting off, and now he's getting a mud hole stomped in the corner.
Again, he's got a 5 count before he has to break. And Sami knows the rules.
That's not going to take all of that 4.99 seconds before backing off. That is the smart veteran thing to do, especially with goal on the line here.
Oh, Sami understands the chance of trouble. This is his opportunity.
There can't be no lack of at this point. This is eerily reminiscent of how Sami defeated Carmelo Hayes several.
Oh, look at out. Got payback. Kendo stick to Sami. Trick Williams. Corner. And Sami kicked out after the cyclone boot from Williams.
Well, how quickly did that pendulum swing back in the favor of Trick Williams thanks to Lil Yachty? But both men down in a heap and hurting, and the championship hanging in the balance. With Lil Yachty out of nowhere behind the referee's back, a little payback for that kendo stick.
But Sami showing the resilience instead of having time. And this place has been electrical all night long. United States Championship on the line. Williams and Zayn.
2 competitors running on fumes at this point. But Sami with a wherewithal, the smarts, still has his head in the game.
And plenty more to come tonight over on the ESPN app with the Unlimited Plan. Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu. World title. Sami now trying to drop Lil Yachty and drops it.
That's a couple of months of frustration payback right there to Lil Yachty, but focus on the task in hand, Sami.
And allows Trick Williams to recover. And a clothesline drops Sami on the steps.
Walk to the ear almost. A highly effective dropping Zayn.
He should go for a bookend down the steel steps. And Sami with a DDT.
And that could be a cold KO right there. Trick Williams on the crown of his head, eating the steel.
And now Sami's got to get the champ in the ring. Remember, champ's advantage, pinfall or submission. Only way Sami can win the gold. Now Sami Zayn now. Haluma kick to the back of the head of Lil Yachty. Enough's enough, Sami. You already beat the hell out of the guy earlier.
And Yachty is down for the count. And so soon may be Trick.
Haluma kick incoming. Trick moves out of the way. Trick shot. Trick shot. Williams retains. Here is your winner, and still the United States Champion, Trick Williams. $30 in my pocket as Trick Williams celebrates. Trick Williams, ladies and gentlemen, proves that WrestleMania is no fluke.
Well, the humiliation of Zayn is fully complete and Owens.
Hey, sit down.
Oh, Yachty's making it right now.
Well, I know it's more money to make in a year, but
I think I like
celebrated in style with a major victory for Trick Williams, the retention of the United States Championship. But here is how it went down. Sami Zayn thinking he had a major upper hand here, spiking Trick Williams on the top of his head on that steel step with a DDT. This is where Lil Yachty got taken out with that Haluma kick from behind. And when Sami Zayn was ready to kill this for good, Trick Williams with a burst of speed, one trick shot. And a 1, 2, 3 later, the champ has retained. The superior movement when it counted championship points and timing from Trick Williams, whose legend in this industry is continuing to grow.
You were holding $2 in your hand. What is that going to get us tonight?
Vegas will take what they can get.
Trick Williams celebrating, and again the frustration continues to grow for the veteran Sami Zayn. We want to remind everyone that, well, thank you for joining us on ESPN2. We head over to the ESPN app with the unlimited plan in just a couple of moments. And of course, our main event tonight is this family civil war between the world champion Roman Reigns and the challenger, his cousin Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, what a wild ride that matchup is for the championship on the line.
That's our main event tonight, also coming up on the ESPN app and Netflix internationally. Io Sky takes on Asuka. What a roller coaster of emotions this has been for both of these women. Again, we head over to the ESPN app for the unlimited plan. Netflix internationally. We on the other side.
This summer, the world arrives. Guarantee your place at the FIFA World Cup when it comes to North America. Elevate every minute of match day and experience the very best of the beautiful game with a ticket-inclusive hospitality package. The countdown to kickoff is on.
Pressure. Read Backlash Monday.
We are faced with two aggressive storms. Call Eisenhower. We have a small window, but the timing must be perfect.
Send my men into the storm.
They'll never see it coming.
We will accept nothing less than full victory.
Pressure. The untold true story of D-Day. Rated PG-13. All media May 29th. With special engagement eventually set off.
Backlash is in Tampa, Florida tonight. Visit Tampa Bay. And the Tampa Bay Sports Commission lead the way in bringing top-tier sports and entertainment to the destination. And how about Cook? By Sophie Tucker, an official theme song of Backlash. It is available now on Apple Music and Spotify.
I just want to.
Okay.
Hey, wait, how about we go shop? Exclusive Backlash gear right now at WWEshop.com. Tonight, only 25% off site-wide. Hey, the General is giving a break to the Long family. They're going from the upper bowl to the ringside. All thanks to the General. Go to general.com/WWE. Enter for a chance to be crowned the Fan of the Year. Holla, holla! The Long family in the house. Holla, holla. Teddy Long.
Put it in the program. I get you that. All right, makes sense. Now I feel stupid.
We'll do the first time. How much time Kit Wilson spent in front of that mirror?
Well, if you look as good as Kit Wilson, you would spend that amount of time in front of the mirror too. However, unfortunately for your wife, you look like Michael Cole.
I'm afraid to look in the mirror. The Miz and Kit Wilson set for tag team action against Danhousen and no way. You think he's going to go it alone?
No one will tag with him.
Well, this matchup tonight is presented by Minute Maid. Bring the juice. This is how this matchup came about, folks.
Is this Danhousen?
Trying to help these young superstars in the area. I know. I have someone for you to mentor. Meet Danhousen.
Oh my God, the most must-see
Yeah, I was right.
time of me. I'm Danhousen. You're perfect for this. As my mentor, you can wear this and you each other. Hey, the days. Come on in, the water's late.
Why can't you get it through your Dracula brain that I'm not going to mentor you?
I am the cheeseburger. No! Oh, you are just.
Nice. I would love to marry you all over again.
And I just want to say, who the hell do you think you are? Sticking gum! I am cursed. Danhousen, I will be your mentor. There is no curse. You have the red teeth. You are part of this party. You are toxic. Danhousen demands.
I thought he was going to do it, but he didn't do it.
At Backlash, if you find a tag team partner that matches yours.
All right.
You really think this is going to work?
Whoa! Free human monkeys. Oh! Like doors work.
Miz and Kit Wilson waiting to see who Danhousen, if anyone, will tag with here tonight.
Danhousen, I'm thinking it's probably him. I mean, I don't know in a second. Just give it a minute. I'm trying to see who's in the door. That's Daddy Danhousen. Yeah, that's Daddy Danhousen. Very evil, very nice. Very evil, very nice. Very evil, very nice.
The Danhousen reveal.
Oh, not this contraption again.
He took me for a ride that earlier today. Had to ride in the back, but.
Somebody tow it. Take it to the pound, clamp it, get rid of it. It's a fire hazard.
I'm curious who his partner gonna be.
So this doofus couldn't get anyone to tag with him, so he's built a cloning machine to clone himself so he has a tag partner. Yeah, good luck with that.
Now they have some cheap.
Oh, there we go.
Oh my God.
What on earth is
What the?
that?
Might be for real.
That's the clone of Danhousen.
Oh, it looks just like him. It's a Danhousen.
Might be for real, dog. Might be for real.
Says, where's the rest of it?
The cloning machine worked, obviously.
Well, it obviously worked to about 50% strength. This thing is going to turn with Danhousen. This is actually happening.
Wait, it's a person.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
People don't come out of clone machines like Nicole. Explain that.
Well, they clone sheep. You don't believe in that either? Hey, Danhousen. What's up, buddy? How are you? Hey, Vinny Danhousen.
Get away from
I think he may curse you.
Haha.
I am cursed by the fact that I have to cement the vital coal for the entirety of this broadcast. I think I've suffered enough already.
That is the coolest thing.
There's nothing cool about this. This is just absurd. It's making a mockery of the Hall of Fame career of The Miz and the future Hall of Fame career of Kit Wilson.
Let's not get carried away. Tell you, Danhousen's taking the world by storm. He was on ESPN all week this week. Did you see when he did the top plays of the week? One of the funniest things I've ever seen. He cursed Vincent Andrews. He cursed Stephen A. Smith. He deserved it.
Danhousen has not taken the world by storm. He has taken the feeble-minded of this world by storm. Big difference.
There's a lot of people off saying that.
There's a lot of feeble-minded people.
Don't check your socials tonight.
Well, no, I'll block them all.
Danhousen and Minihausen.
He's ready to master, inspire, and zone in on this 50% clone of Danhousen.
So the matchup's underway. It is a tag team matchup. And I think Kit Wilson wants to start things off against Minihausen.
Who wouldn't want to start against that thing?
Stop calling it a thing. It's a human being, Wade.
Yeah, but it is weird to the extent. Because I was expecting it to be either Cody Rhodes or CM Punk. That would have made more sense. But no, it wasn't them.
Not a child.
How do you know?
It's a Minihausen. Big difference.
You actually don't know this for sure.
Well, Minihausen just landed on his feet. Roll through, kick down to the knee.
Hey, in my mind, I thought it was going to be Joey Rule. I don't know why, but that's what I thought at first. In my mind, I thought it was going to be Joey Rule.
I think he's a Luchahausen.
That would have made more sense, but it wasn't.
Get it? Talking to the dead out here. Nice takedown by Danhousen. And now Miz into the matchup.
Let's pick things up, Miz.
Miz having a tough time here. There we go. Wow, what a hurricane.
I'm just hoping when the Miz retires, he don't lose his retirement match. But at the same time, I can kind of see that happening in a couple of years or so when he retires. And I hope that he doesn't lose his matches if he does retire.
Now gonna climb the top rope. Oh, Undertaker impersonation. And Wilson now able to power up.
I just know when Jeff Hardy retires, I just know I'll be pissed if he loses his retirement match.
Wilson outside the ring. So I can,
He's the main reason why I started watching WWE and TNA.
The problem we're having here, we need to slow this little guy down, and that doesn't appear to be happening anytime soon.
Now, on the shoulders of Danhousen, and taking out Miz and Kit Wilson.
All right, we need a strategy, and we need a strategy fast, Miz. Start thinking, use all your 20-plus years of experience at the top. Two-time Grand Slam champ, The Miz, being put through this by Danhousen.
24 hours we have. And now, Miz driving Danhousen into the steel post.
Oh, this is more like it. Yes!
And driving Danhousen into the ropes. Referee Eddie Olengo trying to stop Kit Wilson. Miz with a cheap shot.
Well, Danhousen is a little bit too toxic for my liking, and it's about time Kit Wilson stamps some authority on this match and hopefully on the face of Danhousen.
It's going to be Danhousen soon.
Oh boy.
Sent into the corner, the second turnbuckle. And Wilson now with a tag to the Miz. Hey, this all started when Danhousen asked Miz to be his mentor, and Miz turned him down.
Of course he turned it down. Nobody wants to be Danhousen's mentor.
Now look at the power of Miz now with the military press. He's pretty proud of this.
Well, you will be proud if you could pull off a move like that.
Against the weighs about 60 pounds.
What a rippling physique of The Miz. There's simply no competing with that level of talent. Danhousen or otherwise.
I don't know, Miz used to like to have fun, right? This is fun.
Beating up the Danhousen.
This is, but in Miz's mind. Double team coming. Double suplex. Danhousen better wake up quick because his clone,
powerhouses.
is a deep throw.
Danhousen can refund on his clone machine.
And there's the vertical suplex delivered by Kit Wilson. Thought he was down there, nonchalant cover. And Danhousen able to get the shoulder up.
That was a close one. That was almost over.
And another cover. Kind of like to fight this little dude. Now Kit Wilson just wearing it down.
Well, Danhousen is just making it worse for himself. All right, you've come out here, you've impressed everyone with your moves, but just tap out, go to the back, and never return to WWE.
Well, look who's back up on the apron trying to rally the crowd. In the far corner, Danhousen's here as Kit Wilson now ragdolls Danhousen. Placing Danhousen in the old tree of love. One.
Well, simply no defense in this one. Danhousen is a beaten man. And Kit Wilson, of course, enjoying every
Oh, great core strike by Danhousen.
Amazing powers of recovery too. And what the hell is he up to?
To the top rope moonsault. Danhousen trying to rally the WWE fans. Here comes Miz. Okay, here comes Danhousen. Very nice, very evil.
This little pest who has caused the Miz and Kit Wilson so many
It
problems.
doesn't look like a little pest here. There's some sweet moves by Danhousen.
Continuing to hold Kit and Miz.
Now steam a little bit.
Kevin Owens return, please. I hope so.
Trying to catch his breath.
I hope so. I keep seeing his name trending so much. Like, he gotta be returning at some point. And you know he was announced for August. For Monday Night Raw in August. For the Canada shows. Which makes sense.
On a DDT by Danhousen. Danhousen impressive in the ring.
And this would be the biggest humiliation of Miz and Kit's career if somehow.
Kit Wilson took the bullet for Miz. Miz out from behind. He's the legal man. Got the tights kick out by Danhousen.
That was about to be a 3 count from the Miz. That was about to be a 3 count.
Tag made. Danhousen, the legal man.
Oh, Miz saw that, but he knows now.
Danhousen, top rope. Wow, we're sending Kit Wilson out of the way.
Like a projectile landing on Miz in the process. But this Danhousen is up to something.
Suicide dive, down goes Kit.
A rough landing for all three on that one, but now staggered Danhousen smells victory.
And Kit Wilson wants a timeout or a shower. And ran right into a boot by Kit.
Just suck it in, the little guy. How smart is Kit Wilson? Brains as well as good looks. The guy's got everything.
Well, back into the candy machine.
Return to sender, address unknown.
Like, this is the most random ass Backlash I ever watched. Why did I?
Hopefully it blows up.
This is the most random ass Backlash I ever watched.
Danhousen and Ultron. Yeah! Over the house! More Danhausens! They're assaulting Kit Wilson!
Those little goblins from WrestleMania.
The cloning machine works!
It works a little too well if you ask me.
Wilson in trouble!
Oh, God, they're coming this way.
Oh my God, wait up, I'll lower you! Look at this way! Look at this! Airplane spin! Airplane spin! Wasteland! That's my move! Wasteland!
Dirty little trumpet! Don't you dare use a wasteland!
Wait! Oh my God! Wait! He's on your lap! He's on your lap! Wait! He just took right out of his hair! And look at this! Oh, wait a minute! Danhousen! Trying to curse Kit Wilson! Kit Wilson in the mirror! Turn the curse around! This down! With a spot punching finale! Danhousen breaks things out! Danhousen tried to curse Kit Wilson! But Wilson used that mirror to turn the curse around and curse Danhousen!
Genius! There's somebody come along and get rid of these multiple Danhausens at the desk! They're going to cheat through the wires! They're biting me!
And Danhousen now trying to rally! Dragging Danhousen to the corner!
What the hell is going on?
Well, tag is made. Danhousen now the legal man. Oh, Miz with a slap. Now, this has been humiliating for Miz and Kit Wilson so far tonight. And look at this little fast press.
Very little fast press.
The piston-like hands of Danhousen takes Miz over the top rope. Kit Wilson going to try his fair. He goes over the top as well.
Oh, this one's got a hell in a handbasket. This thing's keep grimacing at me.
And now the celebration out here.
Shoo!
Danhousen sent into our table.
And that's just me personally. Like,
He's now.
it's the most randomest Dead Day Backlash I ever watched. But last year it had women's in it. And this one, I'm just like, Like, where's the females?
No miss, I believe. You is a cross on Carl. Miz just blasted his partner. This freezes on eyeballs. Miz can't see. I wish I could. Danhousen from the top rope takes out Kim Wilson. Danhousen, pump kick, cover. Danhousen. Ladies and gentlemen, buddy just texted me and I agree. This right here, Wayne, this is wrestling. No, it's not. What the hell just happened, Michael Cole? What happened to the industry that I love so much? I'm coming in Danhousen saliva, paint, bruises, and brain marks. Well, what a match this was. Kim Wilson threw Danhousen into the cloning machine. Problem was, it cloned Danhousen 5 more times.
That worked way too well, and then these little things around riot outside the ring.
So this is right after the mirror turned the curse around the Danhousen off the skull-crushing finale. It was Danhousen breaking things up.
This is one of the most disgraceful scenes we've ever seen in wrestling. The cursed fire extinguisher suddenly was uncursed. Right in the face of Miz and Kim Wilson, and now blinded.
And Luchahausen launches himself off the top rope. And then Danhousen with the icing on the cake, a pump kick to the man that all he wanted to do with was have Miz as his mentor. Miz said no, and now the Miz is cursed.
100-year-old athletes of NXT are studying this intensely to know exactly what not to do in the world of professional wrestling.
Danhousen and the Danhousen celebrating tonight. They're not quite on the same page yet on how to
disappear when he goes dark.
Hey, you know, bring home all the action with the all-new LJN WWE Superstars Vintage Style action figures. Wave 2 feet for some of the old-time greats of WWE, including King Kong Bundy, along with Hall of Famers, the Ultimate Warrior, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Jesse the Body Ventura. Look for these figures now at Target in the United States. And right now, we have some breaking news with this special announcement.
In September, the biggest spectacle in Lucha Libre transforms into an unforgettable two-night event.
This is Triple Mania.
It all starts Friday, September 11th,
This is Lucha Libre at its best.
and ends Sunday, September 13th in Mexico City. It's the first ever two-night Triple Mania. Friday, September 11th and Sunday, September 13th. Scan the QR code for more information and stay tuned for the first location to be announced.
Mexican Lucha Libre promotion AAA will hold its largest annual event, Triple Mania, across 2 nights for the first time this September. Triple Mania 34 will take place on Friday, September 11th at a location to be announced, followed by Arena CDMX in Mexico City on Sunday, September 13th. Fans interested in receiving exclusive pre-sale can register at WWE.com/TripleMania34 and look out for Triple Mania's opening night location to be announced soon. Still to come tonight, it is our main event. The OTC, the original tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in a family civil war against his cousin Jacob Fatu. They battle for the World Heavyweight Championship tonight.
When you don't order furniture from Wayfair, it's natural to wonder what if. Like, what if it doesn't fit the space? Or what if it's tough to put together? What if it doesn't hold up? What if your friend Charles hates it?
I hate it.
With Wayfair, you don't have to wonder what if. It's style you'll love with quality you can trust.
That Wayfair sofa is fresh. These chips, stale.
You know what I'm talking about?
This on right now?
Yeah.
SummerSlam is coming to U.S. Bank Stadium in Minnesota, August 1st and 2nd. 2-day combo tickets on sale now via Ticketmaster.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Tokyo, Japan, Io Sky.
Well, there's been a roller coaster of emotions for Io Sky over the past couple of years in this caustic relationship with the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. These two started off in Japan many years ago in what is called the Senpai Kohai system. Senpai the senior, that was Asuka. Kohai the junior, that was Io Sky. But Asuka says she never treated Io Sky that way. She treated her as an equal. In fact, they went on to form a very successful tag team called Triple Tails. But in the years after that way, Asuka claims that Io Sky turned her back on the Empress of Tomorrow. Hence the reason we are here today.
She absolutely did turn her back on the Empress of Tomorrow. Her mentor, the one who brought her into this industry, because Io Sky chose to team up with Asuka's biggest rival in her entire career, Rhea Bloody Ripley. That's something you just don't do.
Chumba Casino wants you ringside at SummerSlam. Scan the QR code on screen now for your chance to win a VIP experience to SummerSlam. Terms apply.
So Asuka, feeling abandoned as an ally to Io Sky, turned all her venom and her poison mist towards the genius of the Sky.
It's a 7/10, 7 out of 10, or 6 out of 10. Yeah, that's where I rank it. I'm not even gonna rank it any higher. But if Kevin Owens somehow turns at the end of the show or something, I'll give it a 10. But for now, I'm not even ranking. I'm not gonna rank it any higher.
Asuka says the victory tonight will allow her to free herself. Remember, the mind game started for Asuka this past Monday on Raw. During that sit-down interview, she actually misted Io Sky, something Io has to watch out for tonight.
Yeah, this former friendship, mentor-mentee relationship has turned into bitterness, jealousy, betrayal. But clearly, Asuka wants to excommunicate Io Sky for good. Well, now is your chance, Asuka.
You're the most decorated women in WWE doing battle trying to evil Empress Asuka and the genius of the Sky, Io Sky.
No doubt about it. Two of the greatest in-ring talents in history, globally respected, but now with a serious loathing for one another. Very intense looking Io Sky, who has been hurt by this breakdown in relationship with Asuka. Asuka looks incredibly relaxed. That bodes well for the Empress of Tomorrow.
Io and Asuka underway here at Backlash. This moment has been years in the making.
And that's just me. I'm not even rank the show at 10 out of 10 just because of a couple reasons. That's where my dislikes come from. You know what I mean? Like, that's where my freaking dislikes come from.
Facing is looking on, and then now Asuka.
Hesitation from Io on that break. We don't want to strike Asuka. Asuka had no hesitation whatsoever. Respect is clearly one way at this point in the match.
And Asuka decides headlock, wrestling Io Sky to the mat. This is women were part of the group damage control a number of years ago. We think really serves the air. And now Asuka. Sky comes around with a side headlock.
Such a domineering personality. Tends to appreciate wallflowers while becoming subservient to her. There can be only one queen bee around here, and as far as Asuka's concerned, it is her.
Yeah, but Io Sky doesn't belong in the shadow of Asuka anymore. She's an accomplished two-time world champion, Money in the Bank winner.
She doesn't belong in the shadow, but what Asuka sees is that Io is an ungrateful former student who's now thrown back everything Asuka has thrown at in her face.
She's tired of being treated like garbage. Not that basement clock kick. Io Sky now on the attack.
Your worst enemy. I question who really is pretty too much garbage.
Io Sky does own a one-on-one victory over Asuka. That was 3 years ago. Io is the champion. WWE champion. Asuka face first. Into the second turnbuckle.
With that superior movement of Io Sky that is telling the story right now.
Covered by Io. Asuka kicks out at 2.
Asuka is a master of strikes, a master of technical holds, but that movement, that high-flying ability of Io Sky is where the genius of the Sky really needs to focus or attach to.
And you talked about Io's relationship with the now WWE champion Rhea Ripley and the tag champs won the tag titles for the Super Team Warriors. And the doctor was a part back earlier this year. Io now dropping Asuka to the floor.
Io really blows it up after the early goes. The polite early start from Io has been put to bed.
Look at Asuka, great move. Io's going up the ropes and Asuka. There we count. Now, oh, goodness.
Oh, side of the head first into the steel ring post. The gloves really are off now.
Yeah, this is where Asuka becomes so dangerous.
This ball of ball is she beat over to it so well, and clearly Asuka is using that to her advantage. Second guessing exactly what Io is going to try, and then cutting off the pass before Io gets under the hand.
Shady records over the years, and shady records sounds less like a name, more like a description. Records being shady, bringing up the non-success.
Now Asuka, this is Asuka right here.
Asuka really promises Io, makes an example out of Io. Makes her regret the day she even met Rhea Ripley.
Because he was a shitty like
this is the face that Asuka wants.
Breakdown of the bottom of the genius of the Sky. How the hell can Io Sky catch one with a busted back? And a routine break.
And round the up, not allowed her to swap. Punishing Io with his early. This is the aggressiveness, the style that Asuka likes.
Yeah, Asuka's completely slobbering Io Sky in this one. What a strategy using all the years of experience, every move in a playbook. So not let Io get out of the block. So Io's just going to steal it.
Asuka is high on his Io lesson. Io back to her feet, trying to fight back now. Pick up Io Sky, taking the fight to Asuka.
Tortured for Asuka is really
Oh, just drops Io. Into it up the throwaway to pick up my shot.
of Io's finally sneaks up inside the genius of the Sky, and she's starting to fight fire with fire, but as soon as she was out the block there, she trapped down by a vicious strike.
Left down Sky, continues the aggressive nature of this matchup.
That former student, not just beating Io, but beating her up and torturing her in front of the world.
Real poppy shots down Asuka. And again, I mean, no remorse. And look at Asuka.
A little extra better on every single shot. We know how tough Asuka really is. And she's trying to get how vicious those shots are. There's a little extra 15 or 20% on each one of the time. And Io simply has no answer for it.
For time, world champion Asuka. She's won a long way of Money in the Bank. 5 tag team titles to her credit. And another tip.
I love how relentless Asuka is doing. No sentimentality whatsoever.
And Io is also now delivering a flaw of her own. After that, Io stopped in this section, and Io starting to build it. Or maybe not. This collapses after the placement of the hands of the opposite tomorrow.
The final glory of Io Sky was taking such a beating since this match started. After a brief respite, suspect that Asuka is going to be back throwing bombs very soon.
15,215 on hand tonight. Showdown in Tampa with Backlash. Io Sky, Asuka. Rivalry underway.
Second ring, double showtime, uppercuts for good measure, and it is now Asuka who's starting to wobble.
Now we have Sami Zayn. Just slide out to the apron. Asuka is wildly. Io Sky, and hang Asuka up on her arm.
Io Sky certainly looks good as new, and that does not turn well for Asuka at all.
Taking it to the sky, up top, missile kick.
Io Sky is as unorthodox as they come, but the people have fallen in love with this woman.
What a try attack!
Asuka in a whole world of trouble here. These pauses, when you put them flowing together like that, the pause afterwards, the kick out, the shot, is where your own body starts hurting once again. Io has to block all of that out and keep her foot on the gas.
Asuka, oh, what a backhand! Combination of kicks and shots by Asuka. There's a running knee by Asuka. Pump the kick, cover, Sky kicks out.
Asuka just does it a little carefully, a little strong style there from Asuka, who is starting to believe once again, thinks she's stifled that flourish from Io Sky and is back in the driver's seat.
Now Asuka looks to take the attack and order off the shoulders down. Another new attack. Yeah, tipping back to the feet. This is the kick on the backside. Io against the top. Asuka forced the kick out at two.
The superior reaction to this point in the match from Io Sky, who may well be operating on instinct, and that's a good place to be when you're as good as Io Sky.
Perhaps before returning to like Asuka, able to grab the second rope.
Whatever you can do at this point in the matchup.
She puts into a first cover. Kick out at two. Asuka with her Asuka lock. Trying to take out Io Sky.
At the center of the ring as you come in right on the logo.
Trying to see Io have to do to get out of this now. Asuka turns it around.
That was the clear line, but Io trying to press to get any form of leverage manages this.
She caught Asuka with a kick.
Yeah, but you took that shoulder in the process of Io Sky. Just shot for shot at this point. His reactions are quicker.
Alright, there's the knee from Asuka.
Crazy levels of conditioning from both women, and unsurprisingly, collapsing their feet. And it really is up for grabs now.
Yeah, turning point of the matchup. The Asuka and Io Sky.
Both women known for being so hard-wearing, absorbing heavy-duty offense, and firing back in time.
Asuka dragging herself to her feet. Io Sky as well. And Asuka, into the Asuka lock. Io Sky trying to. She's got it in now. Asuka lock is in. Io Sky's in trouble.
Io managing to navigate her way partially out at least.
Not quite.
The power struggle now.
Asuka dragging her back to her feet. And Io with a back elbow trying to create some separation.
You served our country.
Stunner action from Io.
Now the time you've got to double down on that.
Asuka caught her.
Nice little short video right here for you. And the winner is.
Our bottom five. We got to find out where to go.
And on the score extended, that elbow is about to pop.
The center of the ring. Io's got top out. Io's around. Io able to do that. Now Io's down. It's Asuka's home out. It's Asuka going to tap out.
Giving Asuka a taste of her own medicine, wrenching on that jaw, stretching the trapezius muscle.
close was that? I'm going to actually put the original Krabby Patty meme next to that. See how close I was from memory. But yeah, shout out to everybody that entered in the YouTube Cypher contest. And again, over 300 something submissions. Livestream watching all of them. And it was just a very nice experience. Really enjoyed listening to everybody and knowing that there's still a group of people out there that care about these ciphers and want these ciphers to happen. So shout out to all of you guys. I got the results on the screen right here for you guys, just so you know, I'm not, bull crapping you or anything like that. Also, the other people that stopped in probably want to see what they finished. The man divided had a pretty clear win. He won by over 75 votes. Absolutely insane entry. And a lot of different showcasing of talents. He sang a little bit, rapped a little bit, he screamed a little bit. It was really cool, and I think he definitely deserved to win. One of my favorites. Obviously, we'll have video top 10. We're going to play it at the end of this video as well, so you guys know who won in case you missed the other video. But everybody in this top 10 killed it. A lot of people killed it playing this entire contest. And we'll be able to do 10. Flodzilla was the next closest to second place, and then we had like a 4 or 5 way tie for third place. A lot of people really enjoyed Kurt, Banksy, Kid Wicked, Nico. Again, everybody I included, I really enjoyed their response. And there were so many that I really enjoyed that didn't make the top 10. I talked to a lot of these people, and some projects are going to happen, okay? So please, if you didn't make the top 10 or think go off, diss me and stuff like that. All right, too old for that. There's other opportunities that will arise. Now, to address the elephant in the room, I'm sorry it's taking me until just now to announce this. I'm so grateful the past day, and I just didn't even look at the internet at all. I was on screen the same time that the itty bitty thing was. Yeah, a lot of people make fun of it, and the just like boom, 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 just getting hit left and right. But I'm also in the middle of building my golf simulator. If you guys didn't know that, I did a vlog about it a couple videos ago. I'm going to do another vlog here soon to show you the progress. Huge progress has been made since the last vlog. Very close to being able to open it. We're also about to start baseball season, so we've been at practice every single day for high school baseball. I know a lot of irons on fire. I reacted to the first S of the TI versus 50 Cent thing, and the TI just made it. I'm honestly not a fan.
Hopefully, Leo Sky win this match. Hopefully.
Don't say it all. One track, maybe 2 tracks, but it starts getting a little like, all right, is this promotional material for the album? After that, because he is dropping an album he just put out, let him know. It's been everywhere, so he's kind of keeping that rolling. So I was with it for the first diss track, and then once the other stuff was rolling, I was like, I don't have the energy to keep up with this and to pretend like I care. Like I said, once it gets past 1 or 2 tracks, then I start to hear about it, which is so weird because as a YouTuber, you would probably assume that I want as many songs to come out as possible with their videos. But on the contrary, I guess we're doing it, and I don't like it. But anywho, if there's any videos that you guys want for me, so switch reacts or anything like that, feel free to comment down below. I've been very out of the loop over the last 2 weeks because of everything that's been going on. I'd love to try to jump back in a little bit. I'm not going to be going crazy or anything like that. But I would like to remind you guys, at least, once or twice a month that I am still here. But those who want to dive back into the reactions that people put on my website, reviews and stuff like that. So if you want any of those, you can direct me to the website. Helps me out a ton right now, especially because I'm just shilling money out the wazoo building this golf simulator. But I'm going to get caught back up and I'm going to get back on track, okay? And that cipher is going to happen any day now. Just waiting on the videos. I've got every single person's first back now. Sad for my own, I haven't finished the video because I've not had the time to rap. But there are some very dope people on here that I and a couple spices mixed in with this one. It's going to be a fun cipher. But all right, love you all.
This is going to be so good for Leo Sky.
Right now, historically speaking, once Io has this kind of momentum, once Io has this kind of audience behind her, very difficult to slow down from here.
And then Asuka with a missed, backfired. Great resilience by Leo Sky. Has Asuka where she wants her. Leo, the genius of the sky now, up to the top rope. Asuka will get a hard way. Right,
Just about that Io looked in position and that elbow once again looked in. And Io's supposed to
Asuka avoided Io's moonsault, and Leo Sky now puts into the pin combination. Asuka still has everything locked in. Now look at the Asuka lock. They're in the way. Trying to get Leo Sky to tap out. Leo punch. One hang on. I don't think it's a touch. He's just playing away, trying to stay in there.
So the first from Io just when it looked like it was over. There's nothing left in the tank. Both women running on fumes.
What a physical battle, as personal and emotional as it comes. Through the stain to each other. Io Sky now getting the upper hand.
The winning simply cannot caught him. Losing this one.
Always driven by Asuka. Gets with the kick. Io Sky. To the German of the road.
Here's one you taught me, Asuka. One back in time.
Pull a turn attack by Io.
Oh God, in the drop zone cold.
Asuka, Sky, by the Lord trying to attack. Io Sky, top rope. Over the moonsault. Cover. Io Sky sways her demon.
Here's your winner, Io Sky.
Absolutely insane performance from both women, leaving it all on the mat tonight. But Io Sky with just enough edge to put down her former mentor. And how good must that feel for the genius of the Sky? But what a turning point this was, Cole. But Asuka going into the list, but the smart of Io Sky with the notebook blocking with this. Take another look at that. Just at the right moment, a shield blocking that poison. And then it was all Io from there.
You notice you have no notes on the notepad. Io Sky now with a bullet train attack. And had Asuka exactly where she wanted her for the bring it over the moonsault. That had to be symbolic for Io Sky.
I think that's no screw. Say something about it. This ain't just against Drake. He said this is for the whole community of hip hop, the whole culture. This is for freedom of speech. Y'all know Drake been plenty. Creators, reactors.
Io with a show of respect that had to be very difficult for Io having to hang out Asuka like that. An emotional Asuka tonight. Her former protege, it appears Asuka's extremely proud of what Io Sky has accomplished. What a match, Wade.
There's no way you can go for a match like that without earning each other's respect. And wow, to these two women. So impressive. Hats off to Io for the victory.
Dope rapper, let's get it. Document 79.
Why did I say about to turn the hill on her?
Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
I freaked out for a minute. I thought she was about to turn the hill on her.
Stadiums do.
Oasis Greens and Spa.
Right money moves aren't as absurd as you think.
I think those women should be proud of what they accomplished here tonight. Well, Backlash tonight is presented by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Injured, go to the people.com. Ladies and gentlemen, a bunch of celebrities in the crowd tonight, including members of the NHL's Tampa Bay Lightning, having fun here tonight at Backlash. How about a Godfather from Florida Championship Wrestling? Skinner, Steve Kern, a man who trained Wade Barrett.
He's embarrassed about that, don't mention it.
In the house here tonight, along with Dangerous Dan, Clivey, important development in the career of the late fight. And there is Steve Kern, who we mentioned earlier, a Godfather from FCW and a man who trained one Wade Barrett. Ladies and gentlemen, one of Super's boxing's most recognizable names, Shane Mosley Jr. makes his promotional debut against Shuri Kochuk tomorrow. Another loaded lineup in Super 6. The co-main event sees a welterweight matchup between two East Coast warriors as New Jersey's Julian Hammerhands Rodriguez, returns to Meta Apex to take on undefeated Massachusetts native James Corella. Catch Super 06 live from Meta Apex at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, exclusively on Paramount Plus.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the greatest of all time, John
Hustle well, Mr. Hustle Loyalty, respect himself. He coming out with a suit. I told y'all he's gonna come out with a suit. He ain't gonna be wearing his wrestling gear.
This is just so cool, honestly. One of the great things about being on this side now is I really can lean into moments like the one you just allowed me to be part of. Because I know there's nobody coming down to kick my teeth in. So thank you so much. Truly, thank you. A sold-out house full of gratitude and energy, and man, I love to hear it. Thank you. It's moments like this that had me thinking ever since my last match, what will be the next phase of my WWE career? I expected this.
Yeah, everybody saying one more match. Yeah, that's what they're saying. I just figured what they're saying. One more match. Is he the fights again? I want to see him fight on what's the name.
And I think a lot, honestly, I think a lot about that last match. I think a lot about that last evening.
Is they going Luther?
I hear you. There were some people who were upset.
Yeah.
I, for one, I was truly happy. Honestly, I reflect a lot on that evening, and I couldn't be more happy because what was most important to me about that night is we all made it something bigger.
Facts.
If you look at the night in its entirety, it became an evening of opportunity.
Yep.
I made sure whoever my opponent was, they had.
And I was eating good that year too. I was eating good last year too, just because of that alone.
WWE superstars, if they would be gracious enough to give opportunity, which they willingly did, to NXT superstars, so they could be in front of a crowd like this and show the world what they got.
Yep.
And think about it. On that night, on that grand stage, for the first time, we saw Sol Ruka.
Yup. At Monday Night Raw, yo.
We saw Javon Evans.
Yup.
Yo. We saw Oba Femi.
Yup.
Oba, I hope you're listening. I hope you're listening because this is what the energy sounds like. Oba Femi debuts in December.
Yup.
4 months later, he is strutting and kicking Brock Lesnar's ass at WrestleMania.
Yup.
So then it hit me. I was like, damn, we got to do this again. So we are. I am so honored tonight to announce to you the John Cena Classic. An entire evening of the best of today competing with the best of tomorrow. An entire event where WWE superstars and NXT superstars get an opportunity to give you all they have in hopes to be crowned a champion.
I like what John Cena just did there.
We are making history here tonight because we have a brand new event and the debut of a brand new championship in the WWE. And not just any championship.
What up?
This is an event, and this is a championship I am personally putting my name on. So I am going to strive for a certain level of excellence, and I'm also going to do everything I can to make it special. I have said time and time again, the biggest superstar in the WWE is the WWE Universe.
Facts.
So on top of a new event, on top of a new championship, for the first time in history, your voice will be heard louder than ever before. Because you, the audience, the fan, will vote to crown the champion of the John Cena Classic. And every participant qualifies, which also means for the first time in history, a superstar might not win their match, but their hustle could earn your respect, win your heart, win your vote, and you can still crown them the John Cena Classic champion. This is a single event that embodies everything I stand for and everything I value, and I cannot stress to you how important it is to me. I promise to give you everything I have to make this an experience that goes beyond just one. I don't want to do this for just 1 year. I want to do it for 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 30 years. The sky is the limit on this one. I want to take 1 second to thank the superstars like Oba Femi that busted their ass on that Saturday to make this crazy idea a reality. Hell, let him hear you. He's watching. Let him hear you. I wanted to take a second to thank the WWE. I wanted to take a second to thank the WWE for being gracious enough to take a chance on this crazy idea. Man, I hope it works. I want to thank everybody watching at home. Most importantly, I want to thank the city of Tampa Bay. There's a lot of you folks in this crowd tonight that know this city means a lot to me for a whole lot of reasons. And you can add this one to the list. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your enthusiasm. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for the noise! It does sound like you're ready. I will see you at the John Cena Classic. And now, it's time for your main event!
Ladies and gentlemen, what an opportunity. Right out tonight by none other than John Cena. And Wade, what an announcement from the ultimate top dog.
Yes, we did. Couldn't agree more, but you know what makes me feel like I got that dog in me, Michael Cole?
What is that?
A nice can of mug root beer.
Has he been here all night? Wait a minute. You're supposed to guzzle it.
Found it?
Club WWE is the ultimate insider membership program designed to bring fans closer to WWE than ever before through exclusive access, rewards, and experiences. If you're interested in becoming a founding member, you can join the waitlist now by visiting WWE.com/club. WWE, sorry, Ben. Welcome to that today.
My bladder in the main event is going to struggle.
Coming up next in our main event, the OTC Roman Reigns takes on his cousin, Jacob Fatu. It is for the World Heavyweight Championship, and it is next.
Pressure. Midway Press Monday. We are faced with two aggressive storms. Call us an hour.
Yeah, next up is the main event, and then after that, I don't think there's any more matches.
Set my head into.
There might be, but I'm not sure.
You'll never see it coming. Reigns will accept nothing less than full victory.
Pressure. The untold true story of D-Day. Rated PG-13. Only in theaters May 29th with special engagements at Dolby Cinema.
But I noticed the crowd said one more match. I mean, it'd be nice if he had one match, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. Cena said himself that he's not wrestling again.
Well, it is the next time we come your way on the ESPN app for Clash in Italy. It is 3 weeks from tomorrow, where history will be made in turn. All right, now let's check in with our post-show panel, Jackie, Corey, and Big E.
Yeah, Paul, thank you so much. Immediately following tonight's main event, you'll have all the instant reaction and analysis you can handle from tonight's event. United Champion Williams is going to stop by and talk to us about his match tonight. Maybe a little reaction will come with him. We will see Danhousen also victorious tonight. He will join the show live on the panel. Maybe Danhousen as well. I have no idea what to expect. You never know when it comes to the post show. But of course, we still have tonight's main event in front of us, and it is one that could change the landscape of WWE as we know it. There is history, there is family ties. It's Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu.
The Tribal Chief is back at the head of the table.
I miss this. I'm not asking you to serve me. I'm just asking you to be my blood and stand with me. There can only be a couple reasons you'll come out here to acknowledge me. Nah, that ain't it. Before WWE, you didn't call me. Jimmy didn't call me. Jay didn't call me. But when y'all was up here running the bloodline, I was broke, grinding. I need that title. Maybe you can beat me, Jacob. But I'm not sure you're ready. Little cousin, you don't deserve it. You haven't earned it. Allowing you to compete against me, that's nepotism. I can't do it. Tony Deathquit! That's gonna take everything from you. He's dangerous, huh? Even if I gotta run with my own blood, I am desperate. So I have no other choice but to take you out, take this title, and everything that the Tribal Chief has. The Tongan death grip. You don't do that to family. You don't do that to your Tribal Chief. In our family, we're equals. We're of the same blood. But in this ring, Jacob, you're beneath me.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is significance to the lay that is around the neck of Jacob Fatu tonight. It was put together, it was made by the daughter of Fatu. Fatu is the uncle of Jacob Fatu, and the man who invented the famed Tongan death grip. It is the rare move, it is normally not used. Jacob Fatu has revitalized it, but he committed a sin in the eyes of Roman Reigns and the family. You never use the Tongan death grip against a family member.
Yeah, I don't agree with that philosophy whatsoever. Yeah, you can use all your moves against me, except for that one that hurts the most and that I can't get out of. For Well, that's like Jacob Fatu said to Rollins, hey, you're not allowed to steer me. You're not allowed to use a Superman punch against me. Doesn't work for me. Not when the World Heavyweight Championship is on the line.
The Tongan death grip is a devastating nerve hold. You grab the out and tap him. You cut the window off your opponent and cause him to pass out. Roman Reigns has felt that move the past couple of weeks on Monday Night Raw. If Jacob Fatu walks it in tonight, we could have a new world champion.
What's up? What up? How you doing? I'm okay.
The city of Tampa, Florida has meant much to Roman Reigns throughout his entire career. He cut his teeth in the industry just down the road at the old home of Florida Championship Wrestling, FCW, before pushing on the scene at NXT and then WWE. He's retained the world title at least 5 different times in this city. Yet tonight, he goes into one of his most personal battles in a family civil war that was started by his cousin in the ring, Jacob Fatu. A warning from Jacob Fatu last night, telling his cousins, the Usos, to stay out of this tonight, or Jacob will burn the entire family to the ground. Roman Reigns burst on the scene in WWE with the Shield back in 2012. It was the same year Jacob Fatu, fresh out of prison, would start his wrestling career, coiling on indie promotions like West Coast Pro and House of Glory and Game Changer throughout many decades before finally arriving on the scene here a couple of years ago. And tonight marks the first match in Jacob Fatu's career for a world championship. a title that Roman Reigns once held for nearly 4 years.
Okay. It's one of the minis. All right.
Let's head up to the great Alicia Taylor.
Mini Lucha.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing the challenger from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 291 pounds, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu. And his opponent from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, the OTC, Roman Reigns.
Jacob Fatu has explained why he is bitter toward his cousin. For the years that Roman Reigns ruled with the bloodline at his side, Jacob Fatu was never invited to join the family. Roman Reigns never brought Jacob Fatu aboard. That is where the issues lie with Jacob. For Roman Reigns, he believes he made Jacob wait. They need to earn his opportunity to come aboard, to come to WWE. And now that he's here, Roman Reigns believes he's been slapped in his face by his cousin and his family member, Jacob Fatu. Roman Reigns faces a very dangerous, a very disturbed, and an unhinged competitor who, as he glances way down at the World Heavyweight Championship, has said he needs this title. He doesn't want it. He needs it for his family. This is a man who, when he got out of prison, was
Yeah, I'm checking to see there's more matches. I don't think there is. I think that might be it. Yeah, I think that might be it. I was checking to see if there's any more women's matches, but I think that might be it. I was checking to see if there's more matches, but I think that might be it. This might be the last one.
He will always fight hungry, and he's fighting hungry tonight. I'm going to tell you right now, I seriously question that Roman Reigns didn't think that Jacob Fatu had earned
in case you missed it, John Cena announced what's the name? Announced a John Cena Classic thing.
Jacob Fatu first held his hand, and the target dealt with forcing Roman Reigns to take this matchup and off the shoulder tackle. Fatu right back up to his feet. Roman is questioned whether Jacob Fatu is up for the responsibility of being champion.
That's just mind games for Roman Reigns, if you ask me. Clearly, Jacob Fatu.
I did see Rolling Loud yesterday too.
Roman knows it.
It would not be a good night for Roman. He lost his championship a month after winning at WrestleMania to his family member Jacob Fatu. Roman, how do you keep the title on?
You avoid the Tongan death grip at all costs. We've seen the past couple of weeks just how devastating it is. It is a visceral hold. You don't just feel pain, you feel your life slipping.
I was going to stream the AEW pay-per-view too, but I was like, I don't know. Could they both on at the same time? I was like, I don't know if I'll let me streaming that.
Jacob Fatu, all gas, no brakes. That's how he lives his life. He's going out by Reigns. Roman with a clothesline, and Jacob's still on his feet. Very hungry. Jacob Fatu, and when you're hungry, Wade, you're dangerous.
Can we get a Kevin Owens return at some point? Because I need it.
As we have seen in many years in this industry.
Roman Reigns come right to an announce table here. And Jacob Fatu now going to fly with a suicide dive. Now the target death grip. Jacob Fatu, his eyes rolling back in his head. Driving Roman now into the post with that death grip. Again applied.
Oh, what a shock this will be. He's fighting.
Trying to suck the life out of Roman Reigns in the early part of this matchup. And that was a little warning, Wade. That was a warning shot across the bow for Jacob Fatu.
That's the master key to defeating Roman Reigns, and it is the right hand of Jacob Fatu. Luckily for Reigns, that was applied outside the ring. By the time he got back in the ring, immediately on the offense.
Yeah, got a little bit overzealous there, and Roman Reigns able to take control.
Yeah, but you can see how devastating that move is. Roman knows it. Looks like he's going for that hand.
Well, you have to, right? You got to take it out of the equation. And then it's a hand. You can't apply the death grip.
You know what I'm noticing about Backlash is that there was only one women's match, and the rest of it was all men's matches.
That's a powerful round for Pat.
Reigns looking on as Jacob Fatu grabs his hand.
And I'm giving the show a 7 out of 10, maybe a 6 out of 10. I ain't giving it a 10 right away. It's because it's missing a couple of things.
We know full well Roman is as smart as they can. He's showing off in the early points here.
It is wild in Tampa. 15,215 on hand, sold out. This is our main event for the World Heavyweight title. Roman Reigns is 7-time world champion.
And I'm not saying the show is bad. I'm not saying Backlash is bad. I'm saying I'm not going to give it a higher rating. It's because it's missing a couple of things.
Who is the real chief of the Samoan dynasty?
Well, I mean, Jacob Fatu has a claim, right?
Well, you have to be. How can you be the chief of the entire family if a family member is better than you in that way?
I know my favorite artist dropping an album, I think this week or something. Dropping an album this week. I think on the 12th. I know Wiz Khalifa and MGK plus a drop too on Tuesday. And Kane Mason plus a drop too.
First time ever tonight, one-on-one. As Roman Reigns now looks to punish Jacob Fatu, who just grabs the arm of Roman and neutralizes the champion. And Fatu with a wicked short clothesline.
Jacob Fatu is just made of stone. Really checking it on that right hand. Thoughts whirring through the mind of the Wobble.
Hey, that's Drew McIntyre what Fatu's all about. They're not sanctioned match at WrestleMania. We haven't seen Drew since.
No, I've been texting Drew. That's 0 replies. Who knows what state McIntyre is currently in, mentally and physically after that match.
We're used to that. And Fatu now dragging Roman back to his feet. Trying to take control of the world champion. Roman Clemens shoulder first to the post. And Jacob Fatu suddenly has taken over.
Modus operandum for Jacob Fatu since arriving in WWE.
You think Roman saw this coming?
I think he absolutely knew this was coming. This is why he wanted Jacob Fatu nowhere near WWE.
Jacob's got to be careful now. He's playing the crowd. He's got the champ control. He's got to get his focus back on Roman.
Just imagine how I use
that. And there we go. Perfect point there. Jacob Fatu. Roman Reigns was waiting. He was waiting for Jacob to make that mistake. And here comes the world champ.
All the physical gifts in the wall for Fatu, but there's no cheating experience at the top. And when it comes to experience at the top, placing yourself, points, timing, nobody beats Roman Reigns.
Roman into the corner again. And Jacob Fatu goes down off the big boot.
This is where confidence may start ebbing away from Jacob Fatu. Roman knows what he's doing there and held it down. Lock and loaded.
Hey, I'm giving the show a 7 out of 10, maybe 6. I'm not even gonna be biased.
Roman looks like he's seen it once.
blocks by Fatu. Look at Fatu with another right hand. Roman sent across the ring, telegraphed by Jacob. And that kick just fired him up even more.
Everything is just bouncing off the Samoan level.
Off the running set time to Roman Reigns.
Where the rules of physicality don't apply inside that ring when Fatu is present.
He reminds me a lot of the late, great Umaga. Fatu now, taking the fight to the world champion. And speaking of Umaga, what a frightening sight.
I don't know what so many people called in favor of Taylor.
Punching up by Roman. Crosses into the cover. Is it up this time? This time 2.5. Very sharp bend right there.
No mistake, that was a burst of speed and energy from Roman Reigns, but Roman is hurting in a big way just when Fatu's got ahead of steam, catching him cold. Praying for a victory was Roman Reigns, but both men now in the heat.
It has been an amazing night, an electric night today in Tampa. WWE Backlash sold out, 15,215 in the house for our main event, Roman Jacob for the world title. What an opportunity for Jacob Fatu.
This is Roman just processing information as the match continues. Where are my strengths lying now? Where are my weaknesses? What about my opponents? How do I beat this guy?
Roman Reigns now. There's a drive-by. Classic Reigns.
The back of the head of Jacob Fatu catching those steel steps. Like a double whammy there, and Roman's got some ideas here.
Why I thought there was needles outside the ring. I was like, somebody about to die.
This is where things turn really ugly in a hurry. And with these kind of compared to oh God,
I know. Jacob Fatu.
tongue and death gripping.
Jacob with a tongue and death grip. Locked in on Roman Reigns, who may be fading here. Jacob.
You should go reverse it. I guess not.
And Jacob's going to get the champ back in the ringway. He's going to get the champ back in the ring.
Is Jacob Fatu locked in on winning this match? Or is he getting carried away with physical destruction here?
Well, he's got to destroy Roman to win the damn match. At a count of 7 now. Roman's getting back into the ring. Jacob Fatu's got a chance. Jacob Fatu with a massive opportunity here. Roman Reigns trying to drag himself somehow up in the corner. As Jacob Fatu waits for an attack. Snare!
Never mind, he reversed.
Snare by Reigns! Cover! Jacob kicked down!
Never mind.
Well, what a roll of the dice for Roman Reigns. This desperation spear connecting flush should be the end, shouldn't it? Not when you're in there with the Rollins.
Roman Reigns learning a lot about his cousin tonight. Has it the 15,000 plus here in Tampa.
I know there's another pay-per-view next week too, but I don't know how we live for that too.
Championship at stake. Reigns and Fatu.
I know there's a pay-per. I know there's another one too, another pay-per-view too, but after Labor Day weekend or something, the 31st.
By the Samoan werewolf.
Right after Roman Reigns have been powerbombed through our announce table. That's why Roman is who he is, bouncing back from that.
Roman trying to feed off the WWE fans here tonight.
Reigns won this back of maximum threat, more than anyone, usually surviving.
Yeah, but can Jacob Fatu survive? After the spear, Fatu dragging himself up in the corner. Roman Reigns with the wall. Jacob Fatu, dragging Roman Reigns into position. Here comes Fatu, fighting on top. Into match. We're going to have a new champion here. The cover up in the line. Roman kicks out at 2.5. You got to be kidding me.
Oh my God, keeping the championship right intact. Keep his position at the head of the following intact. Unstoppable
Well, I think a Backlash is mid. Mid as hell. Mid. Ain't the best. I just say it's mid as hell. I'll be real. It's mid. It cut. I'm not saying the show is bad. I just think it's mid.
Mounting the champion, delivering right hands. Family ties be damn tight.
I still like it. Don't get me wrong. It just me personally, I think it's mid.
Realizing what winning the championship means to his life, to the life of his family. Everything changes in a split second when that happens. Security for you and your family. For the rest of your days. And Fatu now gonna climb up to the top rope yet again.
The reason I say it was mid is because that freaking Danhousen and Miz match and Kate Wilson match confused me a little bit.
Talking with the crowd and allowed Roman to capitalize. But again, to your point, Roman's knees are hurt.
Who thought Danhousen partner was gonna be Joey Roll? I know I can't be the only one. I thought it was gonna be Joey Roll. I'm just glad it wasn't Pat McAfee. I'm just glad it wasn't. Because I would have cut this stream off if it was him. That would have funny yourself. I cut the stream off, but I didn't. I'm glad it wasn't him.
And Roman dropped in the corner. Backing it on up. Take up Fatu. Big fight feed. Field tonight in Tampa. Another one. For Fatu. Relentlessly following the 12 seed. He refuses to acknowledge. And now calling for the target death grip. He's already made Roman pass out once. Last week. Looking to do it again. And this time for the world title. Roman's title is completely turned. Target death grip is in. Roman Reigns struggling, middle of the ring, does he have a counter? And life force slipping away for the tribal chief and rivet his grip on the World Heavyweight Championship. Roman may be fading, it's him locked in tight, playing the press off, playing the air.
Roman got a reverse at this point. He got a reverse. He don't reverse, he cooked, basically. He's cooked, basically.
Roman may be out. Roman Reigns may be out. It may be Jacob Fatu's moment here. Roman Reigns at nowhere. One last catch for the champ. Tapping into that something extra that puts guys on Roman above everyone.
Oh my Lancer.
Fatu still on his feet. Roman Reigns with another one. Fatu still on his feet. What does Roman have to do to put Fatu down? That's an impossible call. Big kick. Oh, Superman got to punch up the pop-up. Still on Reigns. Cover.
The way he kicked out that fast, that's crazy. He kicked out the pinfall that fast.
It is loud tonight in Tampa. A World Heavyweight Championship match that is not disappointed.
Loud in Tampa, but you need calm in the mind if you're a competitor at this point. And the calm is disappearing.
And now again. Jacob Fatu with the talking grip. Locked in once again on the champion.
Roman's power in the ref
I was like, Roman ain't losing this match. I told you. I told you. Because I was like, there's no way that was about to make Roman lose the title already.
And Roman just won that matchup with a life getting squeezed out of his jugular by Jacob Fatu. I mean, you tell me who looks like the winner here. Roman Reigns is sick.
Well, desperately, Reigns grabbed the turnbuckle, which exposed the steal. And allowing to capitalize it. Now Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu now is in range.
Not you trying to be a short loser. Chill. Not him trying to be a short loser. Just because he lost.
No talking sense to the Samoan werewolf.
And now the Kanye desperate again on Roman Reigns. Holding the defenseless here. He barely survived this match. The official trying to get Jacob off the champion.
I mean, the disappointment for Fatu just too much. Unfathomable in his mind that he was not going to win here tonight.
Jacob Fatu. He called a shot. He stepped up. And they come at the cage. They better not miss. And that's what Jacob did tonight. And now Jacob Fatu. Wiping out officials out here. Our general manager appears to make that law out here as well.
This is why so many people have watched Fatu in WWE. He cannot be controlled. He's on hands. He's a lot of people that menace.
Back into the target desperate on Roman Reigns. A devil has been awoken here tonight.
Jacob Fatu has just got completely funneled in that way. I think they're going to be
Roman's falling at the mouth. His airways are cut off. They've got to get
He's still going.
because some serious damage is done for title chief here. I told you. I told you. I told you. This is the Jacob.
What do you mean you told him?
We were all warned about. This is the Samoan werewolf. This is the unhinged version of the man, and he was pushed to this tonight.
The version of the Samoan werewolf we've all been terrified of seeing.
This is the version of Jacob Fatu.
I'm about to say, what's this man about the wicked shit? I'll be like, yo.
Away from his family.
That sight on your screen right now is the reason why. Roman survived the best.
He's still going. He's still going.
He is unrelenting here.
You got a half a dozen men in there that can't pry Fatu away from the champion. What could have been for Jacob Fatu, but perhaps his pursuit of the championship isn't.
I know y'all see what I see. Like he was still going. It's like, bro, give it up already. You lost. And I'm not throwing shade at Jacob Fatu, but I'm just pointing out the obvious. Like, you lost. Yeah, I think next is the post show, and then that's it. I think. I mean, by the post show, they talk about what happened. I mean, the main event's over, but the post show's next. I don't understand why he keep attacking Roman. Like, I get it, you're mad because you lost. I get it, but there's no point in doing that when you already got your ass beat. Yeah, it's on commercial break now. I know I usually don't stay on for post show, but I'm just gonna see what they're gonna say, what the commentators and Biggie is gonna say. Biggie from New Day. You know he's retired now, unfortunately. And I wish he was still wrestling, but he's not. I'm staying live for post show. Even though I usually don't stay on for that, but I'm staying on though, just to see what they're gonna say. And they said the same thing I said. And then added that, I think it's trying to think press conference. I think dedicated press conference. Basically the same thing, but it's not the same thing. Yeah, the show's over, right? Ain't nothing else coming on after this. And it's funny because he keep trying to attack Roman Reigns. And not even that, he attacked the WWE officials. The people that work there.
Roman, you won the match, but it feels like
What are we doing, gang? Like, seriously, what are we doing? How you want for saying we'll be right back, and then it says it's ended. Like, what are we doing, gang? Like, how the show went from saying we'll be right back, and then it said it ended. Like, what are we doing, gang?
This is your last night here. Those are the words of your world heavyweight champion, Roman Reigns. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Backlash post-show. Jack Griffin alongside Peter Rosenberg, Corey Graves, and Big E. So Roman Reigns.
To be fair, I'm not mad at Roman Reigns for retaining that title. I already knew he was. That's why I wasn't mad. I was like, that's not funny at him or losing the match and losing that title off fast, and he really just got it.
Jacob Fatu appeared for the very first time in WWE, and we were petrified, as we should have been. And we just saw why. This is not a man who is compatible with the WWE superstar schedule, with the lifestyle, with the rules, with the regulations, with the traditions. Jacob Fatu put up a hell of a fight, had one of the best matches of his career. And that vicious, violent, uncalled for attack on the OTC. But Roman in a bad spot, put Jacob in a worse spot. I think a lot of us have been accustomed to the.
I mean, props to Jacob Fatu because he put up hell of a good match. Both of them actually. I'm not even mad at it.
Roman's comments at the very end, I think are very interesting. What does this mean? He said this is his last night here. Is he going to make sure that Jacob is no longer around anymore? I have a feeling that's not going to stick. I think Jacob Fatu is going to continue to be a problem for Roman.
Well, and by the way, I just have to throw it out here, as Roman Reigns found a way to muster his way up the ramp after that Tonga death grip. Let's not forget.
Yeah, I know there's another pay-per-view too next week, the 31st. I got the name of it, but I saw a commercial for it. Then I know there's a pay-per-view on my birthday too, but not the same show. But y'all know what I'm talking about.
But he wasn't the only one that had something to say as Backlash on off the air. Apparently, Jacob Fatu also addressed the camera. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
I told you, don't get backlash, because this is backlash. It's a day. I just kicked Roman's ass. I told y'all how raw I am. I'm off the scale with it. I'm raw. I'm tough with it. Huh? When's the last time y'all see somebody like me crash out from WWE? Huh? Nobody. Hey, it ain't how you feel.
I don't know if I agree with that statement because Jay Uso crashed out too.
Look at Roman. His butt ass just realized. Come on, dance.
No breaks.
Y'all know what I mean? 5, 2.
Hey, back up on the camera, gang.
What do you think of what Jacob Fatu had to
When
say?
you're all up on the camera, like back up.
Counter to what you guys just said, and I understand that he's clearly unorthodox and out of his mind to some degree. But to me, in a losing effort, that was Jacob Fatu's WrestleMania 13 Stone Cold Steve Austin Blood of a Stone. He did not come up with it. Hear me out.
Man, this is not podcast. This isn't a freaking podcast.
Hear me out.
We got to hear you out.
He didn't win, but he did prove something tonight. Roman Reigns
He
had
did.
used an uncovered turnbuckle.
He did.
Jacob Fatu. Jacob
Doesn't
doesn't
say
say
anything
anything.
that he is not fit for human consumption. He doesn't belong in society. The guy needs to be locked up, straight jacket. He does not belong in the WWE ring. Let him go back to the independents. Let him do what he's got to do. He's messing with my paycheck, your paycheck, your paycheck. Roman Reigns is steering this ship. And if Jacob Fatu is going to take out, he's going to screw a lot of people.
Ian, what side of this argument are you on?
Screw a lot of people.
Rewards bad behavior.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
One way or another. If I
He ain't screwed me because I still getting views without reacting to his videos.
And I think Jacob,
Still.
he made sure over. He just heard it. But I promise you, this is not.
And that's saying a lot. Like,
Roman Reigns just said.
and that's saying a lot. Like I'm doing better without reacting to him.
This is probably going to cost Jacob most of his match in first. He attacked with his hand on Sean Bennett.
And let's be honest, I could have reacted to it at Jacob Fatu WWE clip, but I can't now because Daddy on that bullshit now right now.
Obviously, you can't co-sign what Jacob did to the officials here. To Bennett, to Hurricane, to Adam Pearce.
Once in a blue moon, someone comes along that's a little bit too aggressive, a little bit too egregious for this business. They're very few and far between. Usually, this is a great island of misfit toys. Jacob just proved tonight he can hang physically in the main event with the best of the best. Jacob Fatu does not know how to conduct himself like a WWE superstar.
But who determines who belongs in
It depends though.
Is it Roman
If
Reigns?
I might consider doing more daily reactions.
Someone who's brought in a lot of
But at the same time, I might not do it right this second because I don't know if the situation is over with or not.
See you, goodbye. But I just don't think it's going to stick with Jacob. I think he'll show up in the building. I think he'll find a way in. He has to dig a tunnel under the arena. Think about the lead up to WrestleMania. The comments Roman Reigns made to who? The World Heavyweight Champion at the time, CM Punk. Roman Reigns had to clear CM Punk returning. You think Roman can't make a few phone calls and have Jacob Fatu's future turned upside down? But good luck stopping him. Good luck keeping him at bay.
You know what the craziest, most ironic part of the whole thing was? That whole scene at the end. Roman foaming at the mouth. Jacob on top. Who did that remind you of? Couldn't help but think about a man named Sika. That is exactly what it felt like. Roman Reigns, it's in his DNA. He knows what guys like Jacob
Fatu is out of control. You're damn right he is.
That's how emotional Roman is right now. I think there's a good
Why do you think he kept attacking the WWE officials?
Well, I think what's interesting as well is after seeing what happened to Roman Reigns in that ring, he's still not like how often do we hear Roman Reigns address the WWE universe or a camera or an interview immediately following the main event? It doesn't happen very often, which tells me that you are right, Peter. He was emotional. He had something to say. He does want to make sure that Jacob Fatu is done after tonight because we don't hear him speak that often after a match.
I think it was miraculous that Roman was able to muster out any words after spending a significant period of time in the Tongan death grip. But when have you seen Roman?
I don't think Jacob Fatu is done with WWE. I don't.
Roman has been to the main event.
I feel like he's gonna have more matches after this one, after him and Roman. I do.
That sort of anger, that fury in the eyes of the tribal chief, that spells bad news for Jacob Fatu. And I'm talking professionally speaking. I'm not looking forward to a fist fight. I'm looking for more fines, maybe a suspension.
Well,
maybe
certainly. I mean, the general managers are going to have a meeting about what happened tonight at the end of Backlash and determine what that punishment will be for Jacob Fatu, because he certainly cost the professional professional life. Then there's the personal beef.
I mean, if he does get suspended from WWE, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
At how Backlash began, because Seth Rollins very well.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does. Because, like I said a minute ago, he did tag the WWE officials.
He handled that, but what happened from here?
Rollins obviously expected the arrival of the Vision, and the Architect was able to thwart them off rather effectively. Unfortunately, the numbers game is so hard to defeat. No matter whether you're Seth Rollins or anybody else, another spear nearly put Rollins out for good, but just in case.
You know what's disappointing, though, about Backlash? Seth Rollins lost his match, but almost won.
Cruise missile, and then here we go. I don't know, 23 miles.
Sami Zayn lost his match, but almost won.
Seth Rollins' ribs are got to be feeling like dust right about now. But we talked about the importance, the opportunity at hand for Bron.
I tried to close.
That was realized tonight in Tampa.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I'm missing a couple people.
Maybe he is ready to take the next step in his career, but it's not Bron Breakker joining us here on.
Oh yeah, and the Miz was close to a win too, but lost.
That has something to say. Give it up for Seth Rollins.
I didn't in a million years expect to see you right now, but welcome.
Yep, Seth Rollins is here. I'm curious what he gonna say after that walk.
The song never gets old. It really doesn't.
It don't. It growed on me too. I was iffy on it, but I was iffy on it when it first came out, but it growed on me.
You know, Jackie, some nights you got it, some nights you don't. And unfortunately, tonight here at Backlash in Tampa, I didn't have it. Bron Breakker and the Vision did. So, I mean, I could make a million excuses, come up with a million different reasons, blame it on the Vision, something I should have been prepared for, and I was, but I didn't have enough in the tank, and that's it. All credit to Bron Breakker.
Bron Breakker certainly brought his A game tonight, but was there ever a point, particularly when Austin Theory arrived, when Logan Paul arrived, where some part of Seth Rollins takes responsibility for the fact that you have burned just about every bridge you've built in this locker room, in this company? You have been a lone wolf lately. And look, I've defended you for years and years and years. It's gotten to the point where how do you explain this?
I mean, you don't have to defend me. I always appreciated our friendship. At the end of the day, I am a man on an island. I have made my own bed, and it is what it is. I understand why people don't trust me. I understand why there was no one there to help me. I understand that it's 3-on-1, and I understand that this is the hill I have to climb.
Seth, I promise I'm not trying to push you out the door, but people have that consumed your work analyzing football have all said that.
I wonder what's going to happen, though.
You yourself talked about turning 40 this
like the whole Vision attacking Seth.
Left in the tank.
Not Vision. I mean, I'm talking about like the Vision trying to interrupt Seth's like match. I wonder if that leads to him and CM Punk teaming up. I'm just curious. I'm not saying it's gonna happen right away. I'm just curious if it leads to that.
Well, the truth is, Big E, and I really appreciate it. And the fact that these people still believe in me, that means the world to me. But the truth is, there were moments in that match tonight, and certainly after that match tonight, where I had to ask myself those questions. Am I still the performer that I have been for the last 12 years? I think when you come back from a long layoff, this injury, 6 months for me, I was out of action with a torn rotator. When you come back, if you have this picture in your mind of how things are going to go, all I was thinking about when I was on the shelf was, can I get back for WrestleMania? I made it back and I lost.
Yep.
And every single day since that loss, all I have thought about is, how can I beat Bron Breakker?
Right.
I showed up tonight. I gave it everything I had.
Yeah, you did. You did.
So I have all
You did
those
good.
questions, but I tell you,
Yeah, you may have lost, but you
when
did
I
good.
hear these people say that you still got it.
You did good. I'll never take that away from you.
It really does light a fire in me, man.
I mean, he was almost close to winning too. They lost.
But the path for me is back to the World Heavyweight Championship. But I cannot do that. I cannot do that until I fix the things that are not getting the job done right now. So yes, I got to go back to the lab. I'm going to have to reevaluate. This is what all great athletes do. There comes a point in your career where you're not 28 years old. You're not even 35 years old. You're not a rookie. You're 20 years in the game. You're 2,000 plus matches in the game. So I don't have to be the guy that I was back then. I can be better. I can be newer. I can still be the best.
Yeah.
So maybe that answers my question. You came out here after a loss, which is not something that everybody always does. You clearly had a purpose coming out here. We know you have to go back to the drawing board, but what is next, essentially, for you after losing the Bron?
I said day one, when I came back, I had two missions. One, to win back the World Heavyweight Championship that I never lost. And two, to destroy the vision. And I cannot get to the world title without destroying the vision. That is priority number one. So I'm going back to the lab. I'm going to retool, redesign, refigure out who this Seth Rollins is, what the best version of Seth freaking Rollins is. And I ain't done with the vision. Not by a long shot, dude. Not by a long shot. Got to go down and then got to get that title back.
Yep.
The great Kobe Bryant always said you learn more from losing than you do from winning. It sounds
Facts.
like you subscribe to the same mentality. You appreciate the journey after a loss, no less. And a tough one, it sounds like. So thank you, Seth Rollins.
Thank you, guys. In Tampa, you guys had my back all night long. I love you. Thank you very much. We'll do it again soon.
We're in Miami. Lord.
Yep.
All right, that is Seth Rollins. Not victorious tonight, but gracious in defeat, joining us here on the Backlash post show. Elsewhere on tonight's card, Io Sky was in action against Asuka. This was an unbelievable match.
No doubt about it. Biggie, you called the shot on the pre-show before the Backlash event began. You said Io and Asuka had all the tools to steal the show. I think that's exactly what these women did.
No, absolutely, two of the greats. I also love that this relationship, they know each other so well. Io was ready for the miss. She blocked it. I've never seen anyone defend the miss like that. And she gets to win in the end.
Said with high, co-high relationship writes a whole new chapter here in the closing moments. Emotions that
And like I said, I don't know this end of Asuka's career, or she might stay with WWE or go to another company or something.
But honestly, it's the emotion.
I'm not sure.
After that match, that they've been the biggest takeaway. Yeah, I agree. I mean, ever since tomorrow, we've seen when she arrived in NXT, almost a complete lack of emotion. She was as mechanical.
I was hoping Night of Champions don't disappoint me on my birthday.
I have questions. You have questions.
I'm just hoping they don't.
Body language afterwards that might have suggested one thing or another. I don't want to speculate, but either way, what a match.
No, I don't either.
Because if they disappoint me on my birthday, that's just a bad move.
It's emotional. If this is goodbye, I know she will be dearly missed. She has been a pioneer. She has done just truly incredible things in the ring before she even got to WWE, but has further staked her claim as an all-time great here in WWE. I don't know what this means, but shout out to Io Sky for another incredible performance. She's someone I expect to be in that world title picture again very, very soon.
Well, that was going to be my next question, right? I mean, there was the emotion of Asuka, but the victory for Io Sky. What's next for her after defeating her mentor?
Yeah, you'd have to think it would be finding a way right back to that title.
Well, if there's anything that can add a little more fuel to your gas tank, it's defeating the woman who taught you everything, who mentored you in this business. Asuka, again, Asuka's not some slouch that, you have to be you have to do a real deep dive of Joshi wrestling to figure out who Asuka is. The woman's a household name, one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time, regardless of what country. And here comes Io. Io has had the buzz. Io's been to the mountaintop. And to defeat Asuka in decisive fashion on a platform like tonight, that has to mean the world to Io. And if she needs a little a refill with a gas tank, much like Rollins was talking about, I think Io might have got a boost tonight.
And Asuka, we don't know what's happening yet, but just to show her the what she deserves. So many women have helped revolutionize this division. Asuka's right up there with all of the names, including the 4 horsewomen, that changed this entire game. So, love it off to Asuka.
Yeah, a heck of a match from both ladies. One worthy of the WrestleMania stage in a lot of people's minds. So congratulations to both of them. We're going to step aside for a quick break here on the Backlash post show. But more to come on the other side. We'll continue to react to everything that happens tonight inside Benchmark International Arena here in Tampa, Florida. Stay with us.
The first ever premium live event to be held in Italy. High stakes, high pressure. This is what we call
Welcome back to the Backlash post show here in Tampa. In less than a month's time, and we will be in Italy for Clash in Italy Sunday, May 31st. Tickets are on sale now. Get yours while they're still available.
One of my favorite cities I've ever had a chance to visit. Can't wait to get back to service.
Alright, these Backlash Touchdown highlights are brought to you by Bud Root Beer, the official root beer of the WWE. There's no better way to celebrate who had that dog in them, like enjoying a cold, creamy, delicious Bud Root Beer.
Well, this must be the dog you were referring to.
I just can't wait for August or June to get here. I'm just curious what Night Champion's going to look like. Because there's a Daddy show on my birthday too. I'm not going because it's too far. But I might go to Monday Night Raw and SmackDown though, since it's close to here. It's going to be both shows, by the way. Which is surprising because Daddy never does that on TV. That's the first time they ever did that.
But as Sami came in looking for the Haluva kick and another reign as United States champion, Trick would boom, unleash the trick shot right on the chin of Sami Zayn, and still.
Your United States champion, by the way, Trick Williams, will join us coming up here on the Backlash post show. Can't wait to hear from him after a huge victory over Sami Zayn. But we're just getting started with lots of action on tonight's card. A big question coming into the event was, who would Danhousen's partner be? He wanted to clone himself. We didn't know who would come out of the box. We didn't know what would happen. It turned out to be a mini Danhausen. But right now we're going to check in with Kathy Kelly, who caught up with Miz and Kit Wilson.
Yeah, guys, I'm here with the Miz and Kit Wilson.
Yep, the Miz is here.
But you ended up losing to
And
1, 2.
Kit Wilson.
Are you kidding me? Nobody knows how many came out. They just kept coming.
2-time Grand Slam champion standing right next to me. This is my mentor, the man who taught me master, inspire, zone in, and that's what I did. That's what I did. We had a game plan. I had my mirror. I shot it up in their faces. The cursor isn't real. Isn't real.
Explain something to me. In a match,
2-on-2.
It's a tag match, correct? And there's
Correct.
a referee. So 5 people, right? How can like 10 people come into the match Put hands on Kit Wilson. Put hands on him. And not get disqualified, Kathy. And not get. I don't understand how a referee a long time ago cost the tag team title. Gets a cramp in his arm, costs the tag team title. I don't understand how Pyro blows up in our faces and no one doing anything about it. I'm talking to Nick Aldis about this. Let's check this down, Danhousen. Toxic! Toxic! Toxic!
They asked me a question and he didn't let me answer, but as they go find the general manager, I'm going to send it back to you guys.
All right, Kathy, thank you so much. Joining us now is Danhousen. Yes, he is.
Very nice, very nice.
Come on!
No way, please.
Oh,
Please.
oh,
This is magical.
Hello, Danhousen! Oh my God!
Okay, watch out.
Okay, be careful.
Trouble. Oh, God, right.
You learned that from you, Biggie.
I didn't use the drag right. Danhousen, congratulations on your massive tag team victory here at Backlash.
Oh, thank you.
And congratulations on your scientific explorations, which obviously brought you success.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, get their wallets. Go ahead.
No, please stand by the phone.
Yeah, I was going to take
you
cash.
don't want my wallet. There's nothing in it.
Are your skills for rent for hire?
Yeah,
This is something that is there a number? Say I wanted to have a curse placed on somebody who's very detrimental to our kickoff shows and our countdown shows and our post shows, and my life in general, particularly in the New York radio region. Is there anything I can offer you to?
Well, I don't accept 1s, 5s, or 10s. Anything.
Someone said he liked in my what you call it.
Other people too. Don't steal from Big Ego.
Someone said Danhousen liked in my what's the name? My Instagram story or something like that. I didn't know he knew who I was. That's crazy.
Now you have a PLE streak.
I mean, he probably figured out who I was just because of the AEW reaction. Cause he used to be, I know he used to be on AEW before he came to WWE.
Excellent. And you know what? I gotta give credit to Mr. Bebo. Danhousen. Couldn't have done it without you. But maybe I could have. I probably could have done a handicap match of some sort and decimated, eviscerated, annihilated them. However, you did a lot of the legwork, and then I came in and I took the glorious wins.
Yeah.
Has the reception, the way that people have taken to you, you are.
You know, it'd be a fire match to me. I'm talking about tag team. If they ever want to do a tag team again, I want to see Danhousen and Finn Balor, Demon Finn Balor as a tag team. That would cook. I'm saying that would cook.
The Knicks have not lost.
That would cook. Let's be honest, that would cook.
Are you continuing to keep the Knicks uncursed through the rest of the playoffs?
Yes, however, I'm going to need one of those front row seats.
That would cook, to be honest. Knowing 2KO, they just freaking suck at booking.
I'm going to work on that for you.
Yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
Let me ask you this, Dan. And be honest here. How confident were you that when you opened that box, you would actually have a partner or many?
Well, as you saw, I thought he would be a couple of inches taller. However, I think it gave us the advantage because when Miz threw his clothesline, he tripped, which was a nice little benefit there. And I don't think that would have happened had he been taller.
Great point. Well, why is Danhousen wearing a headset that's not connected to anything? Is my one.
What happened? I know your watch. Who got it?
Okay, well, we're gonna have to get.
I was about to say that. I was about to say the same thing. Like he's wearing a headset that's not even connected to what's the name. I was just about to say that.
Yeah, good job. Good writing on Corey there. Yeah, nice.
What are you trying to say, Dan?
Oh. Thank you.
And congratulations on a big victory tonight. Danhousen and Danhousen. I think the graphic.
I like that Danhousen didn't consider this a handicap match. He considered it a straight up 2-on-2 tag match.
I'll be curious to see how Nick Aldis feels about it because he is going to get a very angry Miz in his office if he hasn't already Danhousen, one of a few victors tonight at Backlash here in Tampa, Florida. Huge victory to kick off tonight. Bron Breakker defeats Seth Rollins. Doesn't matter which way you look at that match, that is a huge win for Bron Breakker at this point in his career. Trick Williams retains the U.S. Championship after defeating Sami Zayn. We just talked to Danhousen. Io got victorious over the rest of Oscar. And then in an epic,
You know what I'm noticing?
Roman Reigns retains
You know what I'm noticing from WWE? They never used a freaking Intercontinental title. The men's Intercontinental title. They don't even care about that. Which makes me sad. They don't even care about that title.
This was an instant class, no doubt about it. This was a main event worthy matchup, whether it be Backlash, whether it be Survivor Series, SummerSlam. And this wouldn't look out of place at WrestleMania. Jacob Fatu brought the best that he has to challenge the head of the table.
I know it can't be the only one that feels that's disappointed that they don't use that title. The men's one. Not the women's one, but the men's one.
Everything he had at Jacob, because he had to. Because Jacob would eat whatever Roman threw, continue smiling, and continue, well, here it is, breathe the life out of Roman Reigns. See, I just want to remind you, Graves, it was Roman who pulled the turnbuckle off.
Look, man knows exactly where he is in the ring. We talk about wrestling IQ. Roman Reigns has it, and he needed to use all of that IQ to beat Jacob here tonight.
No question about it. And of course, the match was over, but Jacob Fatu was not done.
He certainly was not. I mean, this is just the first of many attacks on Roman Reigns after
This is where the line was crossed. It's one thing to be a sore loser. It's another altogether to take out an official. Sean Bennett had no business being laid out like that. Fatu was an absolute maniac. You kept using the word unhinged all night. This was borderline demonic. What we saw out of Samoan Werewolf should strike fear into everybody, particularly the higher-ups here at WWE. There's going to be consequences. There's going to be repercussions. And I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Fatu again for a while.
And he had something to say.
I told you, don't get backlash, because this is Backlash. And today, I just kicked Roman's ass. I told y'all how raw I am. I'm off the scale with it. I'm raw. I'm tough with it. Huh? When's the last time y'all see somebody like me crash out from WWE? Nobody.
Jay, you must have forgot Jay Uso. Jay Uso. You're not the first one to crash out, my guy.
Just realize I'm on gas. No quick. You know what I mean?
Does he mean Jay Uso?
The match, but it feels like Jacob won the battle in many ways. Can I get your first reaction?
This is why we should have never let Jacob in this company. You don't belong here, Jacob. There is no order with you. It's your last night here.
Well, we've had some time to digest what both Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns had to say post-match. Are your feelings the same?
Absolutely. Why would you doubt a single syllable of a single word spoken by the tribal chief? Roman Reigns makes promises, he delivers on them. Roman Reigns was world champion, WWE champion for 1,316 days. Who knows how long Roman plans on being world heavyweight champion? He just turned away one of his greatest threats. But why would you doubt Roman Reigns? Ian, can I ask you a question? Because I think you and I can be reasonable with each other. Great, and I'm not. Roman Reigns, respectfully, he's our tribal chief. He's the man who pulled the turnbuckle off and then used that measure to take out Jacob Fatu. Yes, Fatu's actions after the match were crazy, but Fatu does have a case to deserve a ring back.
I see your point. That wasn't a question, by the way. I think we're lobbing your question.
What do you think?
Look, no, I think you have a point, and maybe that's why Jacob was so incensed at the end. But to Graham's point, look, Roman is able to lay down the law here and issue edicts. But Jacob is not one to follow edicts. He is not one to listen to anything being laid down. I don't think this is the end by any means. There's also the Usos. I expect the Usos to be involved at some point. I wonder how that will work.
The fact that we did not see Jimmy or Jay in any capacity.
They're coming for the saves to be of assistance.
They're here. We had them on the.
That's right.
On the
They're in Tampa. They're here.
Yes.
The fact that Jimmy and Jay heeded the warning issue. I'm a Samoan werewolf to me. There's a lot more meat on this bone that we haven't explored. I still think this may be the last time we see Jacob Fatu because Roman Reigns ain't gonna put up.
Yeah, more questions than answers after tonight's main event. I do wonder if Roman is more upset about what Jacob Fatu did after the match, or if he feels like maybe Jacob Fatu can beat him, and that's what he's really upset about. We'll have to wait and see. But that was the main event. We still have one more guest to come here on the Backlash post show. So let's get to the United States Championship. Trick Williams defending against Sami Zayn with his friend by his side, as you can see.
Listen, say what you want. Lil Yachty has shown up in the WWE week after week and is willing to mix it up. Listen, he ended up paying the price multiple times tonight.
Look, this was a Sami Zayn who was fired up. He didn't want any of that Yachty nonsense. He didn't want the cage. This is a Sami Zayn who is irate, who unfortunately was not as focused as he should have been on the task at hand. The 6'5", 250 pounds of Trick Williams. There's the trick shot at the very end to secure the win for Trick Williams. Again, still your United States champion.
And making it rain, by the way. I think that's real money.
I believe it's real money. I also saw on the internet that Lil Yachty was actually throwing bills out to the fans as well. It was very generous. Listen, I was falling off my chair. Ray doesn't want you to watch over the you must know. But give it up for United States champion Trick Williams and Lil Yachty.
What? What?
Stars like the United States champion Lil Yachty show up on set. It makes our job a lot easier.
What?
I like it. Welcome in, champ.
Trick Williams, you are still the United States champion. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm on cloud 9. I still got gold on my neck. I got gold on my wrist. And I got gold around my waist. Let's talk about it.
Trick, obviously this thing has become very personal with Sami Zayn, but look at the man's accolades. We're talking about a WrestleMania main eventer. We use the term first ballot Hall of Famer all the time, but he is on that list. What does it mean to beat Sami Zayn at WrestleMania and to do it again to retain your United States Championship?
All right, all these things are true. First ballot, tag team, he done it all. But the truth is, Sami Zayn is still a jackass. And Trick Williams is that dog. Ain't that right, y'all?
Trick, when you came up from NXT, you wasted no time making a name for yourself. And I remember when I first met you down at NXT, you had this overabundance of confidence, this swagger, and that doesn't always translate from NXT to the main roster. You've shown up, you've made waves, you continue to call your shots and deliver. Tonight was just another example. I've got to ask you, you've got the United States title around your waist, you got Lil Yachty by your side, you got a beautiful woman to go home to. What's next for Trick Williams?
Hey, man, I think we just got to continue to look good, stunt, you know what I mean, flex, you know what I mean, keep the gold on. I think I need to stay champion for a while to cement this legacy in WWE. Let them know I ain't no part-timer. I love this business. And they can be screaming about Trick Williams for years and years and years to come.
All right, well, speaking of loving this business, I'd be remiss to not talk to you, Gotti, because as much as Trick is on cloud 9, I know you thought, you'll be waking up tomorrow feeling a little bit sore from a few things because of Sami Zayn.
I'm sore right now.
But aside from the physical pain, how happy are you to week after week?
Hey!
Let's talk about it.
How happy does that make you? How happy does this whole experience make you?
My pre-K birthday party was a birthday party, so this is everything in this is a dream, having Trick, as a big brother. It's like this man he's amazing, you know what I'm saying? So all of this, even that, like I'm one of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm genuinely one just like y'all, so I appreciate that, and all of this, it's special.
I have a question. Even as a lifelong WWE fan, dreaming about doing crazy stuff, getting on the stage, did you ever think you would find yourself interacting or wearing a gingerbread man costume?
Absolutely
Is that ever
not.
there?
Absolutely
And what's the
not.
reaction to that been from people in your life?
I felt good to beat on Sami, I'd say that. That felt good.
Now, did you practice that Undertaker sit up in the coffin?
Man, it's so crazy because I ain't got. No. I'm surprised I even got up.
Have you went back?
I was so excited to beat on Sami. I was so excited. I sat still for about 25 minutes to get my hands on him, and I just gave it to him real good. I'm gonna give it to him again too, by the way, because he hit me too hard tonight. I ain't really like
All right, well, Trick, as the United States champion, obviously you know you have responsibility, the weight of that title. You've got to defend it. You want to be a fighting champion. You want your opponents to have earned the opportunity. As you survey the landscape right now, from where you sit at the top of the mountain, who's got Trick Williams' eye? Is anybody you looking forward to mixing it up with, stepping inside the ring and putting your goal on the line?
And look, you know I love you, but you said fighting champion. See, the truth is, I ain't trying to prove myself as in everybody gets an opportunity every single week on SmackDown. Everybody ain't worthy. Everybody ain't worthy. So we're going to make this title elevated. We're going to let SmackDown with this title. We're going to continue the main event with this title. It ain't about everybody. Only the fittest of the fittest get in the ring with Yachty and Trick
I was
Williams.
going to say, what makes someone worthy then of your presence and that title?
I'm sorry, one more time.
What makes someone worthy? If not everyone is worthy, what makes someone worthy?
Ain't nobody worthy. Ain't nobody worthy really when it comes to Trick. But if we got to choose one, who are you thinking? I wish you could face yourself.
That's a great answer.
That's what I want to see.
I hate to speak anything into the universe, but I know there's somebody else that you knew pretty well that used to hold that partner you had back in NXT. I'm just saying.
Y'all want to see Trick versus Melo? The people spoken. I mean, shoot, you know what I mean? Let's see what happens. Melo can get it too, though. Melo can get it too. I mean, look. We'll see what happens. Me and Yachty will go talk about it and see what we come up with.
All right, well, listen, congratulations. We will see who your next challenger is. I do have one final, probably irrelevant question, but I just want to know how much money was thrown in the air tonight. Do you even know?
I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's not out here.
How much money did you throw in the air?
How much money got
I'm about to give them
every right now.
Every time I throw $1,000, they got the line. She don't believe you, though. She don't believe it. Throw something for them if they have.
Throw it right here. Let the people know. You just missed the mini houses. They were
Do we got one more step?
I know what I'm doing this week.
Listen, we got to throw these to the
It's all
people.
real, baby.
Trick, congratulations. Lil Yachty, congratulations. Thank you for the time on the show. We're making it rain out here in Tampa. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you for Monday Night Raw this coming Monday, live from Knoxville, Tennessee. We'll see you later. I'm going to throw some bills out. I've never done this before.
Okay.
Oh, it is on there. I didn't even realize. I didn't realize the bit I was smoking was on there. Yeah, the show or I'm about to just end the live anyway. Because that's the end of the post show. I'm about to just end it in the live. And that's the end of it. It'd just be weird to stay on and the show's already over. Yeah, I think that was it. I might have just end the live and watch Raw and Lotto or something. Maybe AEW pay-per-view or something.